What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Real Fan Sports. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us for another week of AFL on Anzac Day, which, from what I heard, is a very important day down there in Australia. And of course, like last week, I have goodness, I got things screaming in my ear. I have an amazing guest that's going to be joining us today, especially since we're doing a Collingwood and Essendon game, first Collingwood game of the season. Excuse me. It's only right that we bring in this guy. So let's all welcome in Sinbad. How we doing, brother?
We're doing well, Zach. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, sir. All right. Sorry, I was on the phone with Skylar. I hadn't talked to Skylar all day. For those that don't know, the NFL draft just took place. So yeah, it's been a busy day, but we're here getting ready. As you said there, in about 10 minutes, we're gonna have see some of the celebrations or things they have planned for Anzac Day. Can you tell me a little bit about what Anzac Day is and all that?
Okay, well, Anzac Day was established exactly 1 year after the landing on a Turkish beach by Australian and New Zealand and some British troops in 1915. That battle took a significant toll on those troops that did land. Thankfully, many managed to get out of there, and ultimately, from that point onwards, Australia and New Zealand have chosen this particular day, 25th of April, as Anzac Day, to commemorate, to remember those who have fallen, not just in the First World War, but all wars and battles since. So as a result, many sports, including AFL, will play a couple of games on this particular day to remember, and likewise, we'll see in a few minutes a series of moments to remember.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I know I'm definitely excited for it, and get to see what everything has to offer, and then also very excited to see Collingwood, man. We see a big presentation. Obviously, how many people is in attendance? I heard it was supposed to be a good bit there, huh? Look at this walk up.
Yeah, it's just started raining, but obviously, dare I say, it's probably too late for them to go back. So we're hoping that there'll be 90,000 plus, maybe 95,000. It's a full house basically. So yeah, you'll be stunned in a few minutes when you don't hear the crowd.
Yeah, fair enough.
Silence that comes over the crowd during the commemorations.
Perfect, beautiful, man. Well, we are seeing Collingwood come hop onto the field for a moment. One of the things I was supposed to do in between the last live stream, this live stream, was to grab a bite to eat, and that of which I did not. So let me go ahead and go get that made real quick. And I guess while I'm gone, Samantha, if you just want to kind of give them an update on, what Collingwood's been doing this season, what to look forward to, not just only in this game, but possibly fighting for a flag, man. And I'll be back in a moment.
Well, me talk about Collingwood? No. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, obviously it's been a good start for the Collingwood team. Currently sitting on top of the ladder with only the one loss and 5 wins, up against Essendon, who currently sit 11th. And dare I say, as always with this particular game, it does not matter where these two clubs sit on the ladder. We will expect both to go as hard as they can during this game, especially given the fact that obviously there's been some rain and it's expected to continue during the day. So it could be quite a hard physical game, a lot of pressure, a lot of errors. But at the end of the day, if we can get a result like last year's draw, I think we'll all walk away very happy. As far as maybe some players to look out for today, from the Essendon side, there's a couple of players there. I better mention Nick Martin, otherwise Merchant of Chaos will be on my back. He's a guy who's entered the game at a later age than most, rather than the normal 18-year-olds. He come into the game as almost 21 years old, and he can just rack up the possessions. He knows how to get the ball. He knows where the ball is, and he uses it well. So he's certainly been one of the better recruits that Essendon's had in the last few years. In addition, obviously, their captain, Zach Merritt, astonishing player. Again, just knows how to get the ball and deliver it downfield. The one player I am, as always, worried about, always seems to play well against Collingwood, is Kyle Langford. Thankfully, last year he managed to miss that very late shot at goal, which would have won them the game, which made it a draw. So, yeah, as always, I'm keeping an eye on him today. For Collingwood, well, we could obviously state the obvious, Nick Dacos. I was obviously one of many who have had the pleasure of watching his dad play and watching his brother play over the last few years. And now we get the pleasure of watching the younger brother, Nick, captain the team for the first time today in the absence of Darcy Moore. So, yeah, expecting big things from him as always. We'll see Jordan Ngoe come in today for his second game back after injury, and obviously hoping for his love of big games to turn it on again today. So if anyone's going to do it, he will. And obviously, dare I say, we've got to acknowledge the Collingwood player Jack Crisp, playing in his 244th consecutive game. So he hasn't missed a game in over 10 years, not one. So he's breaking equaling the record today of the late, great Jim Steins. So dare I say, anyone out there who's not sure who Jim Steins is, Google it, please. Amazing record for someone to come from halfway around the world to play our game and dominate as such. So, yes, so Jack Crisp equals that record today, and next week hopefully he gets to break it. And then as far as how we see this game today, well, yes, I'm a Collingwood supporter. I expect Collingwood to win. The margin, though, again, might be dictated by the weather. So, again, hoping it's a relatively close game, but likewise, hoping my Magpies get over the line.
All right. Sorry about that. I kind of just left you on your lonesome, man.
That's okay.
But let's say what up to everybody. Say Daniel said, yo, what up, Daniel? What up, William? Say, yes, Zach, how are you, brother? Doing great, man. David said, watch the Anzac Remembrance. The NFL should adopt it. I mean, we have things for stuff like that. Obviously, I don't know if it's the exact same, like how they're going to do here. We'll get a look at it, but they do specific specialty things for different holidays and stuff like that too. What's good, Cheese Head? How was the draft, man? Hope you had fun out there. How are your legs feeling? Your feet standing up all damn day? So I heard you say you're expecting them to win. I mean, how has Essendon been? We watched that one Essendon game, and it was an okay game. I'm trying to like vaguely remember the score here, but are we looking at a competitive matchup today, or are we feeling like Collingwood could run away with it?
Well, again, as I said, it's first versus 11th. Essendon has picked up a few wins recently to get themselves into the season. But as I said earlier, it's nothing about where they are on the ladder this week. It is purely and simply their desire to win this game in front of this massive crowd on this day, and prove themselves worthy of the title of the Anzac Day winner for this particular year.
Like that. Let's see, she just said green and golden, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you, she said. I didn't love the pick. Didn't love the pick. I mean, I think y'all do need wide receivers and stuff like that, but y'all need a veteran. But I love the hype that he had, man. I'm sure it was loud as hell during that pick. He hopped on the mic. I've never seen that happen during NFL draft, to have a player that gets brought in to hop on the mic and talk to the crowd. Thought that was quite cool. Said feet are tough. We're going to sit and watch in stadium tomorrow. I'm not doing that again. That's hilarious, man. Was it crowded? It looked crowded. For those of you that love a punt, my bet, same game multi is Bobby 2 goals, Ellie 2 goals, Wright 2 goals, and Merritt anytime. Okay.
That's a fair bet.
I wish I could bet on AFL like that. Like AFL bets is just like in the US, at least through the sites that I know, are just simple win or loss, or maybe a over under.
Well, you can just send us some cash, Zach. I'm sure we could organise something.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Don't be shy.
There we go. Is there gonna be a fee with that whenever I win, $100,000? I'm just so good at betting.
Yeah, another 3 streams. Like Zach's got a conversation with the cat. There we are. 17-10 head-to-head record in Anzac Day games. I will quickly mention, Zach, obviously this is Anzac round, so obviously every game for this particular weekend we'll all acknowledge Anzac Day in a pre-match ceremony. Last night is, as always now, a very spectacular one. It held at night, and obviously there was 7 other games this weekend after this game to also remember.
That's cool. So yeah, I mean, I figured they would do something at every game, and then obviously you have the one big one. I guess they might have a little bigger of a celebration or something like that.
Well, look, certainly, obviously,
is this the opening game of the round?
No, there was again the game last night between Melbourne and Richmond, which Melbourne won. Okay,
that's right.
So we'll have one other game later today, and then through Saturday and Sunday, the remaining games in the round. There's been a bit of conjecture over the years, the fact that Collingwood and Essendon get this day and get this game every year at this ground and get all the attention. But I guess at the end of the day, we've got 2 of the big clubs from within Melbourne who will always turn up no matter what. If it wouldn't matter if it was raining all day here, the people would still show. They will turn up to this game and they will pack out the stadium and they will observe.
Gotta love that. All right, and just while I'm thinking about it, so Supercoach. Okay, so I want to keep going in. Can you put? Oh yeah, he put a 174. So I'm just substitute English with Boyd, and then
for the moment that will do. If something happens there, we'll talk about it later. Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then just make English my reserve. Okay, here we go.
Time to observe.
Very cool, man. You're right, bro. Dead silent. It's been beautiful so far, man. There we go, man.
Now they're noisy.
Very cool, man. Very cool. And then the planes fly over the top. Gotta love it. Yeah, I mean, like you said, dude, man, you could hear a field mouse scampering around the
Yep.
around the food section in the back. You know, it's crazy. 90,000 plus in attendance, dead quiet as we remember those who have fallen. Just beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful.
Well said.
And Super Cheesehead probably has headed it all, but yeah, Will Johnson could fall, man. That actually, it'd be interesting to see where he'll go. I don't know if he'll fall all the way back down to y'all again, but he could be with those injuries issues. Yes, William, absolutely. Yes, you know, we are here. We are here. Dominique, how you doing? Said seriously an ad during the last. You got an ad right at the end there? That's crazy. We don't do the ads. Ads are automatically done. So not on us. Not on us.
Well, when they get paid anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could make it. I could control them, but then I would just be hitting y'all motherfuckers, man. Every 30 seconds, y'all getting one.
All right, just quickly, I will point out, yes, I'm a Collingwood man, but I have located a small Essendon token, which I do reserve the right to throw away at any moment for any reason if I choose to. Be aware.
So what's the connection with Essendon? Why we got that there?
Okay, not my wife and kids, but my siblings, my parents, their parents, and generations going back. We're all Essendon supporters. I'm the rogue. I'm the one who stepped away from that.
You're
fold.
the black sheep. Oh,
I'm the black sheep.
Oh goodness. Okay, so there must have been some rough days back in your childhood there, Sinbad.
During that premiership drought, which I was spoken about, yes. But all is well now. All is good.
Never said, like I said, NFL should do that. Yeah, I mean, we do moments of silence. Definitely not to that extreme. Like for like our we don't have for our Veterans Days, Memorial Days, and stuff like that. They still have the fighter jets that fly over, and they do normally have a serviceman come in to speak for a moment. So we do things like that quite often, even in America, in the NFL and stuff. Just maybe not for a full like 15 minutes thing. Still very
Zach,
cool.
Do
man.
we need to sync?
Possibly. Let's see.
Kind of scarf.
What up, way back? Yeah, probably be easier once we get to an actual time. We can figure out what the time looks like.
It was only a second or two, I'm not going to worry.
Yeah. Super Bowl participate in the November 11th Remembrance Day game. In the November 11th Remembrance Day game? Yeah. Well, wait. Oh, you saying to have the Super Bowl be on that day? Well, that's impossible. Yeah, that's impossible. They'd have to push the season up, and yeah, that would not remotely ever happen. Let's see. Thoughts on the first round of the draft, especially the Saints. Cubs. I can't see that jersey. Oh yeah. I mean, you know, it was kind of, I guess, I wouldn't say how we expected, but you know, it's a big offensive line, D-line draft. So, Yeah, I mean it was kind of what was expected. There definitely was some craziness where, again, doesn't matter how many mock drafts you watch, how many experts you listen to, or anything like that. Nobody truly knows what's going to happen. There's definitely some surprises, but it was pretty fun. I wish the Saints would have grabbed the big pick, but I'm not mad at the pick. I was just hoping to get something that was going to take me out my chair and have me jumping and screaming.
Go Pies.
So 55, 54. What are you at? Or just pause at 55.
55. Yep, that's where we are. Good. Okay.
So are you guys showing the game? No, that is illegal, my friend. That is illegal. Oh, missed mark opportunity there early for Collingwood.
Slippery ball.
A wet ball for sure. You can see that in the kick. It just came straight loose, man.
So what I will say too is you'll get a different approach from the umpires in this game because of the wet ball. They do give them a little bit of grace in respect to that. A mark that wasn't paid on Monday will be paid today. If they've one or two grabs is enough versus having to control the ball.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. I guess. Can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, but like the way you dictate the rules and stuff like that, how they can deviate in moments like that. Definitely interesting. Another kick back into dangerous territory. Essendon will be able to gather for the moment, but we're going to see a lot of these punch outs, I can imagine. It's not going to take much of an effort to get that ball to slip through.
That's right.
Sorry, this sounds rude. 7 is being dodgy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, we can't show it. We do have a Discord channel. I guess I couldn't show it on allegedly. Could put it up on Discord if you want to try that. Let me just make some changes real quick. And what are we going here?
You'll also see a lot of kicking the ball off the ground today, again, because it's slippery, because it's hard to control. So any opportunity to push it forward, much like a rugby union game as opposed to league, any opportunity to push it forward, they will take. Rather than the standard clean possessions, etc.
There you go. Good old-fashioned wet weather game. Yes, first one of these, so that's definitely exciting. That's a high kick. There you go. All right, Collingwood. All right. Let's see if my sound works. I had to move some things around. Oh, it did. Nice. I didn't think it was going to work today. And I saw a comment. Super Bowl participant. Oh, for the previous year should have the Remembrance Day. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that actually could be pretty cool. Nowadays, the schedule and stuff like that, because they don't play every single team like you do with the NRL and AFL. It's all based off of a now it's AI that deals with it, and they determine what's the most like equal fairest schedule for teams.
That's what the AFL sees too. It never is.
All right.
Whatever game's going to draw the most money.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is too. I'm glad they did it right this year because at least we had some good Monday and Thursday night games. So unlike the year prior was horrible, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Me and Nan didn't even want to show up for Thursday night football some of last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, slippery ball bouncing around. Collingwood, a good push up high, past midfield. Essendon will go ahead and gather. Handballs working through the front. Miss pass, but ends up in probably a more favorable situation. Now Essendon stringing together some passes. And I see him really working with it. And again, that wet ball, the kick just doesn't come off exactly how you want to. You got to really hit it square. Any missed kick becomes a big miss. It's going to be a
something
good mark
we discussed on Monday too.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Collingwood is an older, experienced team. Essendon obviously likewise is, not likewise, is a very young, inexperienced team in comparison. So their ability to play the wet ball will show up today, I expect.
Yeah, I have a bit more experience with that. That makes sense. As we get another mark in a scoreable area here of Collingwood, we'll see. Does your scoring opportunities, do they shrink with the do they shrink because of it being wet? Are we still going to see those like riskier kicks?
No, it's just the accuracy that comes into play. But likewise, they've been training for months and months. Obviously, it's been a very dry summer here, so they wouldn't have seen a lot of wet ball in the last 6 months. But as a team, as individuals, they've seen it many times over the years.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter there.
Doink, doink, turkey's
Another
done.
goal for Collingwood. Go up 12-0 early in this one, just 3.5 minutes in.
That's a new recruit they picked up from St Kilda this year.
Okay. So he's new. He's new this year. Has he played for a while?
Yeah, he's a senior player. Might be 27, 28 years old. 10-year career at St Kilda, and then they dumped him, and Collingwood said, "Well, we'll pick him up." And so far, so good. He's filled a spot in the team. They needed a third tall forward, and so far he's applied himself very well.
Hey, there you go. Can't go wrong with that. All right, after the bounce, Collingwood will go ahead and maintain possession here, trying to get another one up on the board. They want to go ahead and take advantage on Anzac Day, try and get this big win. They're going to boot one forward. Handball dribbling around, close to the goal, finally cleared out by Essendon. That's a great clear there for Essendon. That's a great clear. Sinbad ranked the AFL rivalries 10-1.
Okay. The umpires have just played deliberate out of bounds or insufficient intent to keep it in, as they call it. So as a result, Collingwood's been given a free kick. I hate the rule personally. I think it's a stupid rule when that was first introduced 20 years ago.
Yeah, that is quite silly, especially in these conditions too.
Yeah,
what can you say that's intentional? Like if he's looking at the sideline kicking out from there, it's just an escape, trying to clear, and it took a complete 90-degree bounce to the left out of bounds. It wasn't even in the direction of out of bounds. Yeah, I don't really like that. Exactly. Let's see. Dominic says, by the way, you guys are about 30 to 40 seconds behind. Well, there's always going to be a bit of delay, especially through YouTube and stuff like that. We got to send information back and forth. Yeah, but also obviously with the channel, there's probably someone watching the Channel 7 direct broadcast, and that will almost only 1 or 2 seconds off live, whereas KO will be a good 30 seconds behind. Makes sense. Man said, "Come on, Essendon, buckle up." Michael Mayo, what up, man? Said Brisbane train/play in the wet the most. It feels that way. It's always raining in Brisbane. That's what the trend has been. Goodness. Well, again, they were raining every day for it felt like a month for a minute there. This is the first rain we've had in a long time today. Yeah. And this being played out in Melbourne? Yes, MCG. At the MCG? Okay, I thought so. No offense, there should be common sense, especially in the wet weather. Yeah. Feel that. How about the Broncos last night, Zach? Dude, I heard they had a crazy game, huh? I did hear about that. I didn't watch the game, but I did hear about it. I needed it. Hopefully I got 3 Broncos players in my super coach, so hopefully they did well. I haven't looked yet. Peter Wright. It doesn't look like they did do much because because my score isn't that high at the moment. 62 from Kerrigan. I mean, I ain't mad at it. 51 from Arthurs. Again, not mad at it. Oh my God, I forgot to set Reynolds as my emergency. Oh, that is painful. 127 on my bench. He hasn't done shit all year. I took him off my emergency, switched him out for. Wait. Pay attention to your super coach, Jack. I must. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I must have. I decided to go to Male instead of Reynolds, which is definitely something that I must have been doing in sleepy thought because that's not something I would normally do. But nevertheless, yeah, I effed up. So. All right, cool. Cool. Essendon's going to go ahead and get their first goal. Yeah, I missed him totally. Don't even get him in the reserve. Dear. Crazy. 120. Yeah, 127 actually. So, but who's counting? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sinbad. Totally forgot I left that up. I knew I was going to forget it to take it down as soon as I put it up.
That's okay.
Yes, right. There you go. 34-0 in the first half against the Bulldogs, who hadn't conceded a single point in 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. Crazy. I thought it was going to be a tough one, man. They showed up and showed out. Zach, why you got the Melbourne versus Richmond scores up? Didn't I click it over? I must not have clicked it over yet. There we go. All over the place today, guys. It wasn't nothing new. Nothing new here. Oh, big boot.
On you, Harry.
There we go. All right. Come on. Give us a goal. Another 6 on the board. Not all goals so far, man. No behind you.
Quite odd for a wet game.
Yeah.
Maybe they're concentrating more.
Maybe so. They're a little more locked in.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So Harry,
I'm expecting you'll probably see
Harry
Collingwood.
Perriman?
Yep. And again, another new recruit to Collingwood this year from GWS. I'm expecting you'll see Collingwood probably attempt this a lot today, just effectively try to dominate the game with run, with carry, and use their experience just to run away from their opposition rather than be in any way defensive.
Yeah, well, so far it's working well. Yeah, bounce ball won by Essendon initially, but Magpies is going to go ahead and get another look at it. Challenging, slipping all over the place, trying to get a hand on the ball, booting it around. Ooh. Finally, a great clearance. Look at that boot. Goodness.
And you'll get a lot of that today too, because obviously the ball will, inevitably just get pushed forward in most occasions.
Mm-hmm. It'll skip around too, right? It's going to take a nice firm skip forward every time it bounces off the ground. So
absolutely,
the big boots like that are going to be ideal if you're in that defending position. Just kick it out and go from there. See what happens.
And the way the drop kick spins, you'll see it hit the surface and just bounce off. Because again, it's only rained in the last hour or so. The ground will be rock hard.
Mm-hmm. What up, Maystar? Said, hey, team, how we doing? Sorry, I'm late. Had to get hydration. Yeah. You know what hydration you're talking about. What up, Maystar? How we doing, brother? Said, I hope Collingwood keeps Maynard. I hate to see him going to a team like North Melbourne.
Yeah. I doubt it will happen, simply because of the role he plays at Collingwood as far as what would you call it? Team tough man. So if there's any arguments on the ground, he'll be there as next man in to settle the argument.
There you go. Fair enough. Need one of those, man. They're as important as your star player. It's always good to have a bully on the field.
Yep. Precisely.
Oh goodness.
Especially in this game.
Yeah. All right, Pies working it left. Couple slips to get a handball off. They play forward.
And on that, these two teams are notorious for all-in brawls. So it wouldn't surprise me at some stage in the day there's a bit of a fight on.
Yeah, we'll have a little pushing and shoving.
Yeah, bit of that.
Big one, big boot. Go behind. 19-6. There it is. Hey, look, it took 10 minutes, so you get mad at that. A lot of goals scored so far. 19-6. Man, look at that. Double the disposals for Collingwood, and that's where that experience comes in, right? Slippery weather. They're still staying cool, calm, and collected, and showing why they're, top of the board right now.
Well, you'll see too, obviously, whether Essendon can adjust their play, as you saw right then, can adjust their play for the conditions. Keeping in mind that the long game isn't necessarily to their advantage today. Just maintaining possession, running it down rather than long kicks, which can't be marked in these conditions.
Well, you had a good commentator's curse right there, Sinbad. They recover, made some adjustments, and then he boots it 7 rows into the fans.
Exactly.
Go out of bounds there. Let's see. Hello, sir. What up, NT? How we doing, my brother? That he's the son of former Adelaide Crows legend Rodney Maynard. Okay. Josh Dacos on 11 disposal after 8 minutes is insane. Yeah, 11 and 8 is crazy. Yeah. He's on track for 50 plus. There you go.
That's a big ask.
Yeah, 50's a good number there.
I think there's only been like 3 or 4 times ever 50's been passed. So
wow. Anybody got him on super coach? I think that's got to be some easy money points right there. Good little block there for Essendon. But again, another bad kick. It ends up being rewarded as a mark for Collingwood. They're going to go ahead and play on, work it forward. A little bit of confusion, but he ends up with the ball. 23 is like, hey, bro, that was mine. You go, oh, my bad. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. You're about a head and a half shorter than me.
This guy, Pendlebury, you might recall we had a conversation a long time ago when he played his 400th game, and we spoke about him. He had a choice between football and basketball, potential NBA prospect, gave up that spot in the Australian youth team, and that spot was picked up by Paddy Mills.
Really? Wow. Damn, that's a storyline for you. He'll go ahead and kick him behind there. Yeah, so that's crazy. He stepped in, now playing professional footy, and brought Paddy in, who now plays professional basketball in the NBA. That is crazy.
So it's a constant joke amongst football fans. Oh, Scott Pendlebury plays basketball, does he? Didn't know that. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knew. That's crazy. Let's see. Pendles has the record for the most disposals of all time.
Yes.
Oh, really? What's the record?
Well, it's 10,000 and something now. He just passed the 10,000 mark late last year.
Wow. We'll play on a little bit of juggling around here. Now Essendon finally gathering a handball pass out to the left, trying to get a big boot down the sideline. I'm surprised they're still risking these sideline kicks here. That one doesn't turn out to be too bad, but so many of them so far have just skied out of bounds.
Well, to be honest, that's for Collingwood, that's their standard tactic. They will often play the boundary, knowing that if there's a contest, the ball goes out of bounds, and they're far more confident of beating Essendon in the ruck contest than not. So a deliberate tactic from them.
Dare said Paddy was a good footy player too. Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Oof. Went up for that one. All right, good guy there from Essendon. Is that not a throw? He didn't hit that with his fist?
It's a bit of creative handball.
Okay.
Who am I to argue? Nick Dacos gets away with it all the time. I'm not going to complain.
Okay, well, what up, Christian? How we doing, man? Christian, how we feel about that draft pick, man? I can't remember who the Vikings got now. How you feeling about it? Is it a guard? Did they grab a guard? Is losing the ball considered a disposal?
Certainly not. If he manages the handball, kick it away, yes.
And it has to be received, right?
No, it doesn't have to be received. For Supercoach purposes, yes, but not for discounting disposals as such.
Got it. Okay. Look at that. I'm not gonna lie, just watching this game so far, you can see why this Collingwood team is so good. As I give it a little commentator's jinx there, but the ball movement between players and such, like they just feel like they're all in sync. Again, we talk about like the craziness of the AFL, but it feels like when Collingwood has the ball, it's like everything is done on purpose. There's not much that's just winging it.
Yeah.
Oh, lose that one out of bounds. Got a late hit there?
They're going to say it was contested ball that sent it out rather than him individually, and he's got a free kick.
Wow.
Over the shoulder. Yep.
Yeah.
It's paid.
Try to get to Gogi. all seeing that ball being kicked around a lot more too, since it's a little difficult to just pick it up off the ground.
Nope.
Martin now working out to the left side. Easy mark at midfield.
That series of possessions was very haphazard due to the conditions.
Mm-hmm. Wow, good catch. Catching with your body, probably not a bad idea right now. He's going to send a big one here, possibly try to catch a little bit of just couldn't get a foot on it. He did that so quick as well. Comes off the bounce, quick grab, goes to swing out the kick and try to get it through the goalpost. Just whips. I think Collingwood might even have got a hand on it to kind of deflect it out and out of his range of the foot. So still 27. Donovan Jackson. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah. Said I was hoping the Bills to draft Will Johnson, but equally happy with Maxwell Hairston. Fast 40 dash in the combine. Yeah, Hairston's really good, man. He's really good at coverage. I was watching some of his film the other day, and he was exciting. I think that again, the thing with Will Johnson, unfortunately, is that the injury issue right now, people are very concerned with that, and the fact that he wasn't able to run a 40 because of it also affected a bunch. Dyson Daniel's younger brother is Dyson Daniel's younger brother is good, talented football player. Plus, all the Australian NBA players have play rules football footy that are okay. I feel that was a whirlwind to get through that sentence, Denver. But I know where you're standing now. I got it.
They like the physicality.
Yeah. Collingwood supporters save up all year and put their teeth payments plans on hold just to attend this game. I know Zimbat was trying to go. He said that thing was sold out lickety split.
Well, I wanted to make a joke about the fact I'm wearing the shirt I wore earlier this week, but I did wash it.
You did wash it? Oh, see, I didn't even catch that because I definitely would. I can't say anything because I'm pretty sure I wear the same 3 shirts on stream every single time anyway. It's just it sips in the hamper. I'm just like, oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do. All right, final 6-ish minutes here in the first quarter. Kicked out to the left side. Essendon can't quite gather it up, go out of bounds.
So Essendon supporters there asking why isn't that paid deliberate? There we are. Josh Dacos up to 13 touches. That's a fair bit for one quarter in the wet.
Yeah, good work here for a moment for Essendon. Just couldn't get his hands on it off the handball. Now the big clearance there for the Pies. Again, deflecting off, not allowing that mark. Good work there, keeping active hands.
As you said before, he should have caught it with his body, not his hands.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh.
Holding the ball.
Advantage. Wow, great mark taken.
There we are.
To possibly go up 26-7.
If this ball was on the boundary and they needed it for the win, yeah, I'd back him. In front somewhere, he knows how to miss.
That's hilarious how that happens, huh?
There's a series of videos I posted on Discord last week for his 200th game, and yeah, he knows how to. He's broken Essendon hearts a couple of times in the last few years.
And there's the boot, and it looks like it's going to go wide left, be behind 21-7. Michael Mayo said Collingwood is playing better this year. Last year they left their brain in Vegas. Wait, why in Vegas? What am I missing with that?
Celebrating the previous year's premiership.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yep.
Ben Simmons also had a choice between AFL or basketball. The one thing he became, what Australians hate, a prima donna. Ben Simmons. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not. I can't stand Ben Simmons.
No one.
I always thought he was a decent ball player and stuff like that. You know, it is kind of shitty how he, people have kind of treated him with different things. But yeah, he was even a prima donna in college when he played for LSU. He got drafted, and during his drafting process, he just trash talked his head coach at LSU. And it's just hysterical, man. Oh, I got Kako on my team too. I didn't realize that. Oh, I was supposed to actually who I should set my emergencies as. I think was I supposed to do something like that? I don't remember anymore.
Again, we did it the other day, and again, today's game, this game at least doesn't affect that. We'll look at it afterwards.
Yeah. Trying to see. Yeah, Kako was one of my players that I could have switched the emergency off of and made it English, but that's okay. Oh, tries to get one hand on it. The feet collide, man. I thought they knocked knees at first. Try to get the clearance kick. Can't quite do it. And look how sloppy is getting right now. This is exciting. Working at the left side. Can they get a simple mark? They will. They're going to play on. Try to get another boot. Get it a bit closer. Chasing in. Can't get there. Tries to get a boot on it. Couldn't miss it again. Oh, my goodness. That was a chaotic 30 seconds. I feel like nobody did what they wanted to do with the ball. You got guys catching it in between their legs instead of with their hands. The ball's so slippery. Crazy. Did they award a mark for that? What happened there? What was the whistle?
No, it's just stoppage. Ball up from the umpire.
Okay. Cameron, quick high one. Yeah, just got to punch it down, but it ends up in the hands of the Magpies. Battery trying to get it sneaking through. Gets deflected. Good defense there from Essendon. Now the clear with the left foot. Can't get the mark. Magpies staying on top of it. Still staying in this attacking third. Big boot in towards the middle. 3 Magpies there. Good block punch out there for Essendon. I'd stop giving it to this guy. He can't get a boot on the ball to save his life. He just keeps giving it away. Everybody gets the donation. It's going to be he pushes off and grabs the mark. That can't be, right? Yeah, it's got to be a penalty. Yeah, free kick for sure. I love how he looked at the ref like, what'd I do?
Exactly.
What do you mean? My hands were by my side the whole time.
It was the other guy.
You're blind, ref. Yeah. He actually pushed me. Wet weather footy, man. The ball is sloppier than prison soap. That's wild. There we go, man. Ron is the real baller. There you go. Bale would be right at home with the climate in winter. LED of that goal. Oh man.
Yeah, look how green it is, BAL. It's beautiful.
Beautiful weather. But y'all still have things y'all have to worry about, like, snakes and spiders and shit like that. You don't have that in England. That's why it's the best place to live in the world. It's just so boring that it's depressing, but it's good.
Yeah, get you out there with the what do you call them, Mainstar? The Chinese slippers?
It's thongs.
Yep.
All right, over from the right side. It's a long one. Looks like he wants to put a ball on target. The right foot swinging wide left. Won't have the distance.
Oh, free kick.
And it's going to go the Bombers' way. Free kick.
Yep.
Are they going to say, was it a push off there, maybe?
Yeah, something on the goal line there.
Yeah.
Quite common, quite normal.
That Sydney got funnel web spiders. Funnel web spiders. What the hell is a funnel web spider?
Find out.
I am. Ew, look at them things, bro.
They like the bite.
World's deadliest is what the first thing that pops up. There you go. Yeah, they don't look too fun. See what I did there? Funnel, fun. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, funeral as well.
Move this man. How big are they? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, the Black Widow's also a very deadly spider. They got them at this place that my dad lived at for a while, his apartment complex. They were infested with them. They were all over the place. I was like, Dad, I'm not coming to your house, bro. Well, I'm good. They'd be all over, like on his door handle at sometimes. And I'm like, do they not have exterminators out here? Like, what's happening? Mayor said almost sleepy time for snakes and a Chinese work boots, $350 a pair. There you go.
Not Temu.
Yeah, you got to be like Boro. Got to shop at Temu. You're missing out if you
That's
don't. Wayback says the Pies on target to have a comfy win. I reckon it feels that way. They're at a good pace. They're truly just dominating the game in all facets at the moment.
Obviously, yeah, the margin is not huge, but shots on goal, the amount of play that has been direct and looked positive is certainly a big difference at the moment.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just the conditions are keeping it a lot closer.
What else? Smithy said, "Oh, they're harmless. Last death was in '79 from a funnel web. Harmless. You know, I don't care if it's 79, 1979, 1779. I'm good. You know what I mean? Keep them away from me. I'm good."
What are your stats looking like, Zach?
Let's take a look at it. Replying to I got, as y'all, for those that were here for the draft, I was getting phone calls out the ass as soon as the Saints picked. People wanted to yell and complain, and that's been traveled over now to Instagram messages. Yeah, let's see it. So some of the players, let's go to team stats first. I can read that easier. All right, so team stats right now, again, as kind of expected, dominated for the most part by Collingwood. Essendon has been able to match up some more of their disposals, though, 95 to 112. 60 kicks versus 46, 52 handballs to 49. 18 possessions inside of the 50, though, has been the big difference maker. We haven't seen Essendon be able to really track anything down on that opposing side.
Yeah, so what that will be is number of times they've gone inside 50, not the possessions inside 50 itself, simply the number of times they've gone inside that arc.
Got it. And then efficiency inside the 50, they're at 50%, whereas Essendon's only at 25. 7 free kicks for the Mags and 4 for the Bombers. What up, Boro said, the trick is not to stick your finger in a web shaped like a funnel. You know, it sounds like a good trick. Way back, let's see, I read that. Said, you be bloody unlucky getting bitten by one. Yeah, I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. Looks like Jack is on a mission to steal the Anzac Day medal off his brother today. Is he playing against his brother, or his brother played last year? How does that work?
Josh Dacos, they play in the same time. He's about 4 years older than Nick. He'd been a good player without being stunning, but the year his brother arrived, he just exploded, and suddenly he's one of our best players. So they team so well together.
There you go. Said 15 points in wet weather game is worth 5 goals.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's worth double.
All right. Worth double. I like that. Oh, we are through the first quarter. 22-7. Good lead here so far for the Mags.
As I said, considering the fact it's been so dry and the ground would be rock hard, and then the rain comes on top of it, so it's just an ice rink.
See, 1 second as I finish replying to this craziness.
And yeah, that rain isn't going to stop today. Had a look earlier. It's just
so
all pouring down from up north.
Yeah, so expecting rain all day, basically, huh?
Yeah, it won't be. They might get a storm or two, but otherwise it'll just be consistent, steady, light rain. Typical Melbourne rubbish, which just falls for the next 6 months, hopefully. And I wonder why we have a football stadium with a roof on it.
Okay. Oh, what the hell is this?
So obviously they're discussing whether Essendon might start tagging Dacos. Well, it's proven the last 2 weeks it doesn't make much difference.
Yeah. What do you mean by tagging them? What do you mean by that?
Okay, basically stand with them. Sometimes illegally hold them, but basically just infringe on them, stop them from getting into the ball, be in their way constantly.
Being a shadow, a spy, a shadow defender, just trying to keep the ball out of his hands, basically. Okay, yeah.
To the point where they themselves get nothing, but their job is to simply stop the other.
That makes sense.
Yep, very common.
Oh joy, something to look forward to down here. You ready for the weather, Smithy? That internet is about to drop like crazy. Come on, Sinbad. Everything is north of you.
Very true.
There it is. Is that on their jerseys? Is that like a crest? What is that on their jerseys?
It'll probably be a print of poppies.
Of what?
To symbolize similar to Remembrance Day.
Okay.
So poppies are the main part of Remembrance Day, and I'm guessing it'll just be poppies on there as well, by the look of the design.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. At first, I thought it was like a horseshoe of some sort. I was a little confused.
Yeah. So typically they've just got a standard red sash, but obviously for these big occasions, clubs will introduce special Guernseys.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, well, there you go. There's a big win off the bounce for Essendon. They're going to go ahead and want to push it forward. Again, that big kick is what they like to do here. They are the Bombers. This one doesn't go friendly for them. Magpies gather it up quite easily. Going to have a big boot forward. Now going back and forth. Essendon gather it back. Going back and forth between midfield. Another big kick down the sideline is going to bounce off the hands of the Magpie, but still ends up in it. And sometimes the ball is just bouncing your way. It definitely feels like that as we see a crazy kick. That went backwards. I don't know if he could do that again if he tried. That was pretty cool.
No, exactly.
It was pretty
Very
cool. Unique. So there's some unbelievable taggers in the game. I'm personally not a fan of the tactic from a betting perspective. I'm sure you aren't a fan of that, will you? Nobody likes those. I mean, like everybody plays Steph Curry as a tagger, but it don't do them no good either.
Or
you see Curry right now in the playoffs. It's insane how they have Dylan Brooks literally all over him. He's grabbing his jersey, pulling him. They try to set up a screen. He just holds onto his jersey and fights through the screen, fouling him, but they don't call nothing because basically if you can't stick with him, he's gonna put 50 up on you. So they allow it to happen. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, us Supercoach players don't like taggers either. Destroys your day.
Uh-huh.
All right. Here's Nick Martin.
Big boot. Oh, swing.
It is.
Just off the post, though. That's a good kick, though. That's a great kick. God, I need to move football to the left. A football to the left. I hadn't talked to Merchant in a while, man. I hope he's doing good. I haven't been on Discord as much the last 2 weeks, so that also has a lot to do with it. Miss you guys over on Discord. Like I said, things been, wouldn't necessarily say crazy. It's just been a lot of stuff to do, so I haven't been able to just kind of hang on the computer like I normally am. Now Magpies on their big push forward. Can't get a hand, or gets a hand on it. Can't get a grab. Still with the Pies. Good stuff there off the pass. But again, the ball just bounces in the right way sometimes. Sets up the Magpies again. They'll play on afterwards. Big boot.
You'll get this. There it is.
There it goes. Through it goes. Another goal for the Pies.
As I said, the same guy at the other end, relatively in front, misses. There he is on the run. No time to think. Just kick it. Goal.
Yeah, puts it in. Sometimes not having to think is better than thinking. Just let your instincts take over, man. Adelaide Crows got a good Anzac Day jersey. Do they? There's been a lot of posters this year. A lot of posters
hitting the big posts.
So
to score 1 point.
Yeah. Smith said on Anzac Day, rosemary is a traditional symbol of remembrance in Australia, while poppies are often associated with Remembrance Day. Rosemary grows wild on the Gallipoli Peninsula.
Gallipoli.
Gallipoli.
That's what we talked about at the very start of this. Where Anzac Day began as such. Thanks, Smithy. He's missed.
It's so tough to see some of the angles from the camera, like whenever it's like, especially like if it's going through the camera's side end, where it's like either through the middle or that closer post. When in that case it was the right one, I can never tell whether it's a goal or not until I hear it or see the signal.
You watch the crowd behind. There you sign.
That's what you told me. That's right. Say Elliot goal. I need one more from Elliot, 2 from Bobby, 1 more from Wright, and 1 from Merritt. Very doable. It's there.
That's it.
It's there.
Again, I saw it. Wright was possibly the hard one. He's already got 1, so that's a good sign. This is what Collingwood would like to do. Lock it up in the forward line. Creates a lot of pressure on the Essendon players. In this case, they've managed to clear it.
Sorry, I'm in a heated debate right now. I keep looking down. So that's sorry for the my word attentiveness. All right, Pies now working it up the right side. 29-8. Feeling very comfortable at the moment, trying to figure things out, getting it back into the attacking half. Good mark. Once a foul, we'll give it. Go ahead and boot out for another mark. Continue play on. Now just inching their way forward. Has a guy up the right side there. I don't know if he saw him. He wants to slow things down a little bit, set something up. And I feel like setting things up in this manner might not be the best way to go about things, especially today, because you also allow the defense just to get a hand on it. In those quick play-ons as what they've been doing for the most part today seems to be the more the advantage. Just string together some passes 20 yards apart, 30 yards apart. Gacko trying to get the ball away. He's going to release it on the handball. Kick back in towards the middle. Good defense there from the Pies. And ends up off the lucky bounce again. Trying to scramble it. Just gets a kick off the ground. Fields in the middle. Left-footed boot.
Memory goal.
There he goes. There he goes.
He's done.
Yeah, you saw that kick off the ground. That was the vital part of all of that. Doesn't give the defense a chance to even think about how to respond to that.
Mm-hmm.
There it is there. So suddenly the pressure's on. Ball can go anywhere, and Memory's there to clean up.
There he goes. It's a very one-sided game. It is a one-sided game, but with the rain, anything could happen because you can all of a sudden string together some good luck if you're Essendon too. But I mean, the Magpies, they're just top tier club right now, man. Everything just seems like it's not just even the luck factor comes in for them at the moment where ball bounces all over the place and then just out of nowhere it ends up in the hands of a Pies player and he can run on and send a boot while everybody's gathered up trying to pick up the scraps off the ground.
I remember a decade ago, this particular game, Essendon had 7-8 goal lead early. And by half time, Collingwood had pulled it all back and then ran away. So again, things can happen.
Again, we're starting to see some of that physicality. Maybe we will see a little bit of a tussle go on. I wouldn't mind seeing one. Might as well, right? In the rain.
Well, if you want, I can send you a few videos.
I'd be cool with that. News
a-
Essendon is so poor to make things worse that Sam Draper is looking like he's going to Adelaide Crows to join his younger brother Sid.
Yeah, possibly. He's out injured for the rest of the year at the moment.
So the only pies I'm thinking about at the game would be a meat pie floater. Oh god, see, I'm hungry. Meat pie does sound good. Pie
Don't
and
even ask
peas.
about what they are.
Oh goodness. Okay, never mind. Now
There
I
it
want
is.
pie and
Pie and
peas.
peas.
What's a pie and peas? That doesn't sound good.
It's an Adelaide thing.
It doesn't sound very good. I'm not gonna lie.
Can't imagine it. A pie with sauce running down your arm is all you need.
There we go.
Ooh,
See, this is where
yeah.
some of that luck can change. There we go. Runs up on it. Just has to gather. It should be an easy 6. Sure enough, will be.
There he is.
Sure enough, will be.
Turkey's done.
Here it is. 14:35. Trying to stay in it, man.
Yep. Little bit of luck. That's all it was. And it worked out.
He's winded after that one. Boy was sprinting. A lot of pressure there. To, again, the sloppiness and everything obviously keep mentioning, as we all know, but, running full speed onto that ball that's bouncing away, be able to gather and get a smooth kickoff, still from like 40 yards out. Not the simplest thing in the world.
Actually, that was a comment from the other day about why there's so many interchange and why they tired. But again, you run 10 mile, not just in jogs, in sprints, jog again, sprint again. It's a very taxing game.
Oh, absolutely. Oh man, I thought Essendon might have got lucky again. If he could have got that handball off, we could have seen another instant goal. Oh, good kick. Oh, and the bad kick to follow. He baits the handball, gets the pass off with the kick, and then just misses it. Clear as day. That should have been out, eh? All right, they'll keep it going. Way to not even think about it. Just go forward. Magpies will grab the mark, though. Try to swing back the tides here. Put themselves in a better position. Things have stayed over here. It's probably the longest we've seen Essendon on the attacking side all game so far. Coming up on halfway through the second. 2v1. Essendon all over it. Yeah, good little no-look pass. Boot forward, has the hands. Good catch again. He's got someone short. I don't know why he's not playing it there. Oh, he wants to go for the long one. Put him in scoring opportunity, and that is
Keiko.
Is that Keiko? Hey. All right. Well, I need some work out of Keiko because I kept him in my lineup. I didn't necessarily want to, but I kept him in. So I'd love to see a day here. Let's go ahead and grab one, Isaac. Let's go, baby.
So his first big game, a lot of people put him as a potential BOG today, given the conditions, given the fact that a lot of players like their first Anzac Day game.
I'm just letting you know that was actually a planned kick. I'm just letting
Absolutely
you know.
Absolutely it was, yes. Of course it was.
He was like, I'm going to aim straight, but kick it right into someone in a better, formidable scoring opportunity.
That's right. Yep.
That's a great play. Look at this. Look at that. Looked right at him the whole time. He exasperated. He's like, oh, that was perfect. That's what he was thinking. Oh man! All right, got to score this now, right?
Luck plays a part.
There we go.
There's a goal.
Hey, it's sometimes better to be lucky than to be good.
Hey, Manchu, I hope you're still watching.
Where's the Manchu at? Zach needs to go to Specsavers. No, I don't know. I really don't know what you're talking about, man. S&D luck and more of it to take a monumentally freaking disaster for Collingwood to lose today. I mean, look, we're just trying to keep the hype alive, okay? I mean, look, back-to-back scores in what? Under 5 minutes? a little momentum to try and take it to the second half. I mean, imagine they go ahead and put one up here and bring the score back within double digits. No, it's not a shake. Announcer, stop. It's not a shake.
At the moment, the quarter is even. So,
yeah,
we're back to where we were at quarter time. Thank you. You're listening to me. What are you doing, Dacos? That was a bit stupid.
There it is. Essendon won't pull the North Melbourne job in 2001 today, fellas.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're still here, Matthew. Said we believe you. Millions wouldn't. Look at that. There we go. Left foot now.
Another one.
Here we go.
The doink doink turkey's done.
Here we go. 26-35 within 9 now is the score. No, as the Mags been able to score this quarter, they did put up.
Yeah, again,
two,
they kicked the first two.
They got the first two. Right, they had the two early. That's right.
Now Essendon responded with the next 3, so brought the Mag into it again. It has happened many times. Young players have responded on this day. The underdogs have won on this day, so nothing is anywhere near the side.
I mean, that's what you said earlier. It's why, these, especially these games where they're, these, your remembrance days and different things like that. It's more than just the footy. It's everything. You want to show up. You know how many people are there watching. You know how many eyes are tuned in. And it's, standing up to the pressure and showing out on a day like today. We're in for a good one so far. Looked one-sided for a moment, but right now it's been competitive as we're just at halfway here through the second half. A little over 10 minutes to go. 35-26. Good boot and great grab, and you can kind of see now their eyes are kind of in, right? Those first couple touches of a wet ball, you don't know exactly how to grab it and what's going to work. Now we're starting to see catches being made, marks being taken, better passing through the fronts.
Absolutely correct. Here we go.
We believe you. Millions wouldn't. Imagine said Geelong versus Hawthorn was the best match of the AFL season so far. Zach, you missed it. I did not miss it. I live streamed it. I live streamed it, man. You missed it. You missed it. We were here. I was quite battered. I felt like crap the next morning.
You were sitting against the back wall having a cry.
Oh,
another
my
goal.
Goodness. I was. That's right.
Doink, doink. Turkey's done.
All right. Okay. That's 4 now in 5 minutes. 4 goals in 5 minutes. Said no Smithy streamed it. I just wasn't in the Discord. I was live on YouTube, imagine. I had to have the VPN on and my internet was slow, so I wasn't able to share it to Discord. I was live for the game, brother. William said, wow, this game has turned so quick. All of a sudden, it's a day. Are we starting to get nervous over there, Sinbad? How are we feeling?
No, not really. All good.
I don't think there's any Saints fans here, but this is quite interesting for me. The Saints GM, Mickey Loomis, the last time the Saints GM, Mickey Loomis, traded down in the NFL draft, the iPhone wasn't even invented. He hasn't traded down since 2007. He's only traded up 27, which he's done 27 times since 2007. Never gone back, which is very interesting. Everybody's on their shit right now with the Saints. It's quite funny. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize whenever the player that we picked got drafted. I guess I don't know if this is his girlfriend, wife, or sister or something. She was holding a baby and she started cheering and she just is like elbowing the baby and woke the baby up on accident. Oh goodness, good mark taken for Essendon.
Here we go. No, we weren't, Himanshu.
So were you there for Westcoast? No, I wasn't there for that one. I don't think so. No. Good mark taken for Essendon. Look at him trying to get out of this defensive side again. Working it up to the right, doing what's been working so far. Let's see if they'll try to swing it back in towards the middle. It's kind of what's been the trend for them so far. Work right out the back and then go out to the left once we get into the attacking side of things. They'll push it back and reset. Dogs got muzzled yesterday, but they were dirty. Yeah, I heard that was a crazy game, man. Oh, good grab there. All right, another mark taken. Can he find someone one-on-one who can fight for it? Good recovery there for 14. Denver said, Maystar, what the F happened last night in Brisbane? I forget. Michael Mayer said, few goals can lift the whole team. And all. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. Pies trying to push it down again, but now the luck has changed. Every bounce just goes right into the hands of Essendon. They've been putting themselves in better position, staying in front of the opposition on those clearances. Be able to get first look at it. Another mark out the backside. Essendon right now trying to hold on to this momentum, and I kind of like it. I don't mind this like little bit of slow play here. Momentum obviously on the side of the Bombers right now, so pushing it back, not allowing the Magpies to get any type of advantage going into the half. I'm not upset. Pick and choose your attacks and keep the ball out the hands of the Pies.
That's exactly it. It's trying to control the ball for as long as they can.
There it goes with a big kick. Will he keep it on the ground too? Kicks it again.
It goes out. It's deliberate, so he's got to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
He was outnumbered over there, so all he could do was just push it to ground, ultimately knowing he'd probably lose the ball.
And I said the refs loved the sound of his own whistle. Oh, really? It was a lot of penalties last night. Oh, yeah, good grab off the bounce. I was talking about West Coast versus Essendon and got games mixed up, but it was 75-77 last second finish. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's the one you're talking about. Got it. Put your fingers in multiple pies. Excuse me?
Hello?
Go behind. Oh, he was scaring it for a second. It ended up being quite wide, but it looked like it was online for a second there.
Yeah, they've got all the answers at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Collingwood just need to hold position and maintain position and very much just, try to get at least one more goal before the end of the quarter.
Mm-hmm. Two more points. Everything. All right, big boo, big crowd. Essendon gets the win off the bounce. Big left foot clearance. Pies over it for a second. Couldn't gather it, though. Now Essendon with another good push. Now we're starting to see that ball bouncing. No one can get a hold of it. Y'all must put that ball inside Diddy's house for a little bit, man. It's all lubricated and everything. Got the baby oil on it. All right. And I was going to try to wait till halftime, but I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to the Dunny chair time. Be back in a sec.
Here we go. Howe on his own. Long ball in. Cameron on his own. McCreary misses it. Dacos. Short. Ned Long. Okay. He's proven this year his ability to kick a goal. Maynard, well done. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that hopefully will be the steadier. I'll take a 1-goal lead into half time, but let's see if we can get another one. Yep, one of the two players given a bit of license to take a long goal, whether it be Maynard or McCreary or Crisp, DeGoey. He's come from a long way back too. Whoever his whoever his opponent was obviously sound asleep. Yep, can't do that. Oh, well done, Durham. Nice clear, guys. Nice clear. McStay, haven't seen you today. Shocking kick. Exactly.
Sorry about that. Thanks for holding it down, SB. My
That's
sense of
okay.
some frustration. I see the Pies did get a score in, but it sounded like you seemed frustrated the last couple seconds.
No, just watching the ball move around. Obviously, we've got one player there in McStay's had a very ordinary day so far. Can't get near the ball. Essentially, yeah, obviously players can't go to ground and take out the legs of another player. And so in that situation, he barely did so. But the Essendon player knew exactly what was happening and amplified the taking of the legs, made it look like it was more severe than what it was, enough to make the umpire give him a free.
So you're saying Discord feedback? I have myself full muted in Discord, so whatever feedback that you're hearing, I mean, feel free to, mute somebody if you need to mute somebody and figure it out that way. Zach, you should wait. How AFL footy playing in the 80s, 90s in the wet? It's virtually a mud pit. Nowadays, ground technology has improved. Drainage ground's slippery, but not a mud pit. Yeah, as I would imagine.
Yep, I've got a few videos, again, I can show. Absolute mud heaps. You're lucky to see a blade of grass on the ground.
Oh, yeah. If y'all are hearing double the Discord, it might be because you're hearing maybe Sinbad's mic, so maybe try muting Sinbad, see if that'll fix it. I'm not really sure. What the heck? What did I just do? Okay, weird. All right, Essendon. The boot. Oh, Lord. That wasn't a pretty one.
Very hard to make the ball do it on a wet day compared to a dry day. Do the banana.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, minute and a half to go. Currently,
so you'll see Collingwood here. They will
7-point lead, 8-point lead.
Probably use the next minute just to hold the ball, then go forward late. Essentially, they'll try to get their own goal, but obviously make sure there's not enough time for Essendon to respond.
Right. One more final attacking stretch. They will kick it into the crowd over on the right side. They will wind up with it, though. Now the big boot forward has a man. That's a great mark taken. Look at that.
That is a very good mark.
What a specky. Oh, he wasn't ready for that one. Oh, good defense there. Wow. Way to stay on your toes in those final minutes, man. Very easy to, take a rep off all over the place.
Big let off there for Collingwood.
Who the hell is, there's a guy, last name is Sidebottom? Oh, I know he got made fun of as a kid.
Yep, still Sidebottom. He says, I don't care. I've got 2 premiership medals. I don't give a damn.
Fair.
Big
one.
Or...
Nah.
No good.
Way off. So you muted and deafened on Discord. You think it's the stream? So y'all hearing? Okay, y'all hearing feedback on the stream. All right, let me figure out what y'all could possibly be hearing because I genuinely don't know. Let me look. The only thing I think is maybe y'all hearing feedback from my headset. But outside of that, I don't know. All right. Steel side ass. There you go. All right. Final 20 seconds. Out from the side. Bouncing a bit around. Essendon's got it for the moment. He's going to be tackled.
Halftime.
Yeah.
This will be halftime.
Yeah, just get there, right? All this stopping.
Yep. Again, it was an important goal to get. Just give them a little bit of breathing space.
And there we go. Halftime it is. 41-33. Magpies up by 8. And interesting second half, man. Four straight goals there for Essendon, which followed the 2 straight from Magpies. Magpies are able to grab one right near the end there. Go ahead and keep a hold of this lead. We're ready. We're ready for a fun second half. Things have kind of cleaned up a bit. As I said, they're starting to adapt, getting used to the wet ball. We're starting to see a slightly more cleaner play going on. And this young Essendon team trying to do something crazy on Anzac Day, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for all being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, all that good stuff. Y'all know how it works. And big shout out to Sinbad who came and joined us 2 weeks in a row for some footy, man. It's been great.
I must say, I was a bit worried for the stream if Collingwood kept progressing in that second quarter. But thankfully Essendon have bounced back, so we've got a game still. So everyone hang around and see what we can do. We had a good game on Monday afternoon this time and right down to the wire. So, hopefully we can do the same.
I'll roll with that. Denver said, should Scott try for 500 AFL games?
Pendlebury. Yeah, how many more years is that? Another 4 years? I don't think so. He'll be in his 40s.
You know what? Someone's got to do it. Let it be him. 4 more years. You don't need to retire, bro. Just play.
He wants to coach. We can imagine, if not the end of this year, then certainly the end of next year, he will retire and he will probably go off somewhere else, get away from Collingwood to learn his craft in a different way and potentially come back in a couple of years or coach somewhere else. Who knows?
William said good NRL clash on now too. Yeah, what's the score?
No, it's not.
It's not. Oh, it's a bad game.
No, bad game. It's only NRL.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. 12-6 Roosters over Dragons. Thanks for the update. Yeah, I know. Jimmy messaged me yesterday. He's like, or 2 days ago. He's like, oh, Dragons game again, Anzac Day, and I was like, oh, I already told Sinbad we would do AFL. He's like, shit, okay, I tried. Mark Lancaster says, what up, Mark? How we doing, man? Said Travis first. Go Bombers. All right, babe. Go Bombers then. I was fully expecting Sinbad to say, no, F the Bombers. I'm just kidding.
Well, again, maybe later to see how things go. What do you think of today so far compared to Monday? Monday was a very, yeah, there were some errors, but it was essentially a good high skill game.
Mm-hmm.
What are you seeing today?
Yeah, I mean, things have definitely cleaned up in that second half. First half was
Agreed.
definitely all over the place. It was almost I wouldn't say laughable, like maybe comical at certain points, just because of just how chaotic the sport's already chaotic as it is, and then you add the weather and the conditions and stuff, it just gets even crazier. It to me, it reminds me of just playing like random sports, like when you're younger, like in the rain and stuff. It wasn't always like, oh, let's play organized football. Sometimes it would be not AFL, but we would do like a free for all type of like football game where we would just we'd be able to ditch it and run around and try to get through, a certain area to score or whatnot. It just kind of reminds me of that. Just chaotic fun, man.
Yeah. Back in the days when the grounds were muddy versus what they are these days, we often found the ball a bit easier to handle because your hands were covered in mud, the ball was covered in mud, and it would stick. Mm-hmm. But these days of perfect drainage, the ball gets slippery, very slippery. The ground is slippery, so it's a lot harder to control.
Makes sense to me. Said NRL's up on mine. We appreciate it, Smitty. Said unrelated now, but the NRL got the Perth Bears and PNG. Should the 20 team should be in Adelaide? The Perth
I don't know
Bears?
if Adelaide would be willing to accept an NRL team. Adelaide is incredibly strong AFL footy state, city. I don't know if
they'd boo them out the state. They riot because they bring a new sport to this.
Well, again, I expect it would be just ignored. There'd be 5,000 people there who would follow it. I don't think that they obviously haven't got the population of Melbourne. We've got one team here. They fill the stadium regularly with their 30,000, 40,000, but that's as much as they get.
Yeah.
So again, I think Adelaide would really struggle to support an NRL team at this stage.
Interesting.
Another New Zealand team, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so. I've heard people wanting another New Zealand team too. That's interesting. William said Cameron Smith in the NRL played 528 in total in his career. No one will ever come close to his record. 430 for Melbourne Storm, 42 games for Queensland in state of origin, and 56 games for Australia. It's one hell of a career, man.
Look,
I've heard of Cameron Smith before.
The 430 club games is the important one. That tells you, probably 19, 20-year seasons. That's what Pendlebury's in now. That's about the limit.
Yeah. MS said, sometimes reminds me of my 3 kids running high on a sugar rush with socks on a polished wooden floor. Oh, man. My poor dog. R.I.P. My old dog, Pepper, my childhood pet. She loved herself a good fetch in the house. We throw her a little toy. We had like a little walkway, I guess, from our front door. And we had the wood floors or whatever, and we throw the toy, and she'd run and go grab it and all this stuff. She would do it for hours on end every single day. And I don't remember why we did, because we didn't do it on purpose at first. I think we just had to clean the floors, like there was a stain or something, and my mom decided to put down this like little spray polish on it, made it real slick. And so we're playing fetch with her, and she'd grab the toy but continue to slide and just slam into the front door. And we thought it was so funny. And she would come back and do it again and again. Didn't care that she'd run into the door. And so after that, every time we'd play fetch with her, we would spray the floor with polish. So she would slip. It's so fucked up whenever I say it out loud, but it was funny. Oh, good. I
just had a quick look at the Supercoach scores to this point, and they've talked a lot about Josh Dacos. He's had 21 touches, but he's only got 39 Supercoach points, which tells me he hasn't got any value out of his touches so far. A lot of them have obviously gone to the opposition or gone nowhere.
That's interesting. I mean, I guess that we call it shadowing, tagging that they're trying to do with him. I guess is becoming effective because even though he might be getting the touches, he's not really able to do anything positive with it. So
yeah, exactly. And so that's often the measure of a good player. In the other competition, he's got 64 points versus 39 in Supercoach. That's a massive difference. So you can again tell one competition simply counts the possessions. That's all. Whereas the other competition counts the value of those possessions.
I do like that. SG said 27 innocent Indian citizen killed by Pakistan terrorists. Condolences to them. Definitely condolences. Rest in peace to them, and prayers out to their friends and family. Unneeded violence is definitely never a good thing, man. So prayers out to them. How you doing, SG? What up, Meg? How we doing? Said let's go Collingwood. Meg, how'd you enjoy the draft, Meg? You went and grabbed, which I think was an early pick, grabbing Gray Zabel at what do y'all picked? 18th, but or 17th, whatever it was, 16th, something like that. But Gray Zabel is a Seahawk, man. I'm really happy for Gray. He was an awesome guy. We got to talk to him for a couple moments at the Senior Bowl, which was really fun. And he gets to go to a good team like the Seahawks. 18 loves Zabel. I'm glad you loved it, man. Glad you liked the pick. I enjoyed it too.
Meg, what are you seeing today? What do you like? What don't you like about how we're playing?
I feel like I never asked Meg. I didn't know you were a Collingwood fan, Meg.
Nobody would say that unless they were.
Yeah, I guess fair enough, huh? I didn't know Meg watched AFL. Like I know she's not big in the NRL. She prefers Union Code, which is rare from people from Oz, but or from Oz. But yeah, let's see. Looking at I hate that it's so weird with the Supercoach Plus stuff that it doesn't give me updated points as the game's going on for AFL, but it does it for NRL. I always found that so strange.
Yeah.
I also don't understand why that's behind a paywall, because what does it matter? Right? Like the scores are happening. I understand they add to it because of, when they look back, I guess, significance and stuff like that. But if you got something, why not show it?
Yeah. And likewise, everybody knows where the alternatives are. So it's not hard. It's not as if the data is exclusive to News Corp or anyone else.
Right. Definitely weird. But I mean, look, what's my projected right now? Do I even get my projected? I was at 1800. So after the day by gone, I'm back at 1937. So maybe I'll crack 2K again. That'd be something. My goal is just to crack 2K at least. How many games we got left?
Still 7.
7. All right. If I can crack 2K 4 more times, we'll go above the median in the middle, right? We'll go 4 more times. That'd be great.
Actually, give us half a second. What's Keiko on at the moment? Oh, he's only on 17. Okay.
Yeah, saying I don't think much. Because he's been pretty quiet outside that one that good mark that he purposely whiffed to a player to put points on the board.
Yeah. No, I'm just my only concern at the moment. It's a long shot, but Boyd is now on your field as your captain. There is a slight risk he might play, which would totally destroy you.
Is there really now?
It's only a slight risk because he's one of the emergencies. That's all. What I'm going to say is we have an alternative. Let's see.
Do we have an alternative?
Who was that West Coast player on the ground in the midfield? Who's that?
Hewitt?
Right above Boyd, yeah.
Hewitt?
Okay, he's fine. Move up higher into the defenders.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but my mouse. Yeah,
that's okay.
There we go.
Righto.
Come on. There we go.
And you've got Leak on the field. I don't think he's playing. He might be our option. I got Leak on the bench. Yeah, he might. I don't think he's playing. Let me just check for sure. He might be your option. So
I could captain switch leak in with somebody and okay, yeah, I get you now.
Yeah,
I got you.
that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, give us half a minute and we'll make sure.
When's that game? When does the next game come up?
There's another game tonight at just straight after this one.
It's St. Kilda that's playing tonight?
I believe so, from memory.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, it's Fremantle and Crows tonight.
Okay, all right, so we can do it. We can do it after. That's not a problem. All right, so good. No,
okay. Right,
no scary rush. Perfect.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah. All right, we're good. We're
so
safe.
Again,
we're safe.
Actually, there are options. Always options.
We love those.
All right. So, second half. What's the story of the rain? Because it seems to have eased right off.
Yeah, it definitely has slowed down a bit. Let's see. Meso said, biggest question at halftime is when is the RFS tour of Australia happening? That's the biggest question of all time, man. Oh, hopefully soon. What said, not necessarily, Zach, in relation to Aussies not following rugby union. The Super Rugby comp is very popular here too. Yeah, but that's still rugby league rules, right? It's not union rules. That good old Collingwood forever. Go Crows. Did you just say Collingwood and go Crows? Hold up now. Am I missing something here? Hold up, Meg.
Being very multicultural there, Meg.
You about to get Sinbad heated. We might actually get to see Sinbad get red in the face. Those two don't belong in the same sentence there, right?
If she comes out with Go Blues, then I'm into her, but we'll see.
I think you're good on that one.
Who are your biggest rivals in your sports, Zach?
Biggest rivals?
As in,
NBA.
so you're happy to see them lose. You do not want to see them win.
For my teams. NFL. Anytime the Falcons lose, it's a good day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if the Saints get obliterated and the Falcons lose that week, I can still smile on Monday. You know, I can still smile. Outside of them, I mean, not really rivals with the NFL. I mean, I don't hate the Vikings, even though they've definitely shafted us a couple times. And I don't hate the Rams, even though the whole 2017 thing, I definitely was against them for the year or two after that. But yeah, mainly just the Falcons. Basketball, we don't really have a big rival. Basketball is, especially since we're a newer team. We've only been around, I think, since 2003. So your rivalries in basketball are more around like your big historical teams, Lakers, Celtics, and different things like that. And there's no like divisional like rivalry with basketball that much. It normally doesn't really work that way. So the only team that I cannot stand in all the sports is the Falcons.
And
that's why I had to give shit. That's why
obviously geographically they're not too far from you.
You know what? I don't even know why the rivalry has first started, man. They've just always been that team that we've just I couldn't even tell you why. I just know that I was born to hate them, and that's just how it goes.
It's written somewhere.
It's written somewhere. It's actually a good question. Let me see. I'm actually curious now, because they're actually one of the bigger rivalry games, especially for, a small market team like New Orleans, and Atlanta's a bigger market, but still they're not like a historically great team. But that's a rivalry that like most NFL fans enjoy to watch. It's one of those, doesn't matter how good or how bad they are. It's always a good game. They normally split their series. I think we're actually tied historically between each other, in the NFL. Let's see.
Yeah. As I've explained several times to you and Non, we've got, essentially 9 clubs in Melbourne, and every club has been around for 100 years or more. And so rivalries have built up, and they are amongst families, they are amongst friends, they are amongst neighbours, they're amongst workmates.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, they mean something every day, whether the football season is on or not.
So this is what some AI software, which this sounds about right, because I didn't think there was like a historical beginning, but The rivalry began in 1967 when the Saints joined the NFL as an expansion team. They came 1 year after the Falcons. So the Falcons came in 1966, Saints came in 1967. They both teams were the first in the Deep South. So they're the first two teams in Southern United States.
Yep.
And the first ever game was played at Tulane Stadium, which has now been, I think it's now been destroyed now. They now play at a different place. And the Saints won that one. And like I said, I think their record is tied. Let's see, Saints and the Falcons. It's 56 and 56. 56 wins, 56 losses.
Beautiful. That's how you want it.
It's a great rivalry, man. I mean, definitely gets ugly at certain points, as all rivalries should, but it's also quite fun. As y'all can see, we've had Falcons creators on our channels before. We have now a Falcons creator with Come On In Sports Network, our guy Cowboy. And as Carlos was joking, you got to be some sick individual to have your name be Cowboy and also be a Falcons fan. So we really don't like him. Nah, just kidding, man. Love Cowboy, man. He's awesome. So glad to have him a part of the family. But I definitely he was trying to mess with us during the draft today. And every time he mentioned anything shit talking, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're sitting VIP. Only people with championship rings can come here. And he'd be like, all right.
But that's what you need. Obviously, those years where you're both struggling, at least you've got that game to look forward to. Hopefully you get it.
Oh yeah, and you normally do, man. I mean, like one of my earliest football games where like I genuinely remember everything that happened, and it obviously was a big game. It's probably the most important game. Some say the Super Bowl may be more important. For me, is that game, which was the first home game back in the Superdome after Hurricane Katrina. Back in September. First couple games weren't played at home. It was, I think, 2 years before we were able to get a home game. The Saints were playing out in like San Antonio or something like that for a while. And we had the block punt on the first drive, led to a touchdown. And they said, people that were there, the ESPNs and all that stuff were there. They said it's just one of the best feelings they've ever felt at a sports game. People were hugging, crying. I forget what his name who talked about it the most. We are back in the second half. I'll finish this up. Try and do it quickly. But he talked about how, you go in there and you're watching it and you can just feel the emotion. They had big artists like Green Day performed pregame and at halftime. U2 performed as well. Is a big old event. And the way the announcer, when he was talking about it, he said, when you get into a stadium, you have season tickets. You might not know these people personally that sit in front of you, behind you, left and right of you. You don't have their phone numbers. You don't text them during the week and everything like that. You just catch them every Sunday at the games. And they're seeing each other for the first time in a couple years, and they're hugging and be like, "Oh my God, you made it! You're alive!" You weren't lost in that devastating storm. And so, yeah, man, to me, I don't think anything could top it. I think I was 9 years old when it happened. I think 8 or 9 years old whenever it happened, and I remember crying and not knowing why I was crying. It was definitely a surreal moment. And I was supposed to be at the game. Still so mad at my dad for not taking me. That bastard. He took my mom instead. And I always give him shit about it. I'm always like, look now, Dad, you took Mom, and now y'all are divorced. Okay, so it could have been a you and me thing. He's like, you can go to the game next week. I was like, I don't want to go to the fucking game next week. I want to go to this game.
All right, we've missed nothing so far.
Yeah.
Scores are still the same.
Exciting. Let's see. Sports is the universal language. I agree. They're the best. Absolutely. All right, Essendon, a little push forward. They're going to award a mark on that? Did that have bounce? Am I missing something?
No, but it's. I doubt it covered 15 meters, but umpire paid it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You on some bullshit at the moment? Wow, that's a good mark.
Yeah, don't play that today. None of those marks are going to be worthy.
I wasn't sure if that sound worked anymore. I couldn't actually remember what it said. I cleared up my whole computer because I had literally 2 gigabytes left of space yesterday, and I cleared up everything, and I was like, oh, I hope I didn't delete anything that I needed. Okay.
Good to hear.
It's there. All right. Magpies working it up. Okay, now on the run. Big momentum swing. But a just bad kick, man. Nowhere near in the range of the shorter forward. Oh, yeah, it's definitely dried up a bit now. We're starting to see these little fingertip catches. Not really having too much trouble with the ball. And I know you said you were checking the weather report. Is it supposed to slow down for a little while? Yeah, I'm not even seeing rain on the field. It looks like it's dry at the moment.
I looked on the radar before. There was certainly rain about. So whether it's they've just adapted properly now, whether there's a little bit of resin on the fingers, don't know yet.
Yeah, it might hit a little dry spot. They went through some baby powder on the hands, or some deodorant, keep them dry. There it is. Look at that. Essendon, come on.
The doink doink turkey's done.
There you go. We got a game, baby. 41-39. Let's go. Umpire should be sponsored by Specsaver. Yeah, you right. You right.
They used to be in the
AFL. Did they really? That's got to be the
Collingwood
most insulting
was
thing ever.
sponsored by a group of dentists. So figure that out.
I can only imagine. The NFL, all sports, I feel like, are really screwing up by not allowing a glasses company or something like that be a sponsor. And every time the officials come out to say anything, just have a big sponsored message. This is brought to you by Specsavers. This ruling is brought to you by, I don't even know what the damn glasses place is out here, the main one, but like America's Eyes or some shit like that.
That is awful. Free kick, isn't it?
Oh, it's called America's Best. That's what it's called. America's Best. America's Best Eye Care. I actually need to go there because I'm wearing expired contacts at the moment. They expired like a month ago, and I'm like, hopefully my eye doesn't get effed up. Come on, Keiko. All right. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in hard right now. Thank you, Sinbad, for keeping me back on track.
That's okay.
I don't necessarily want Essendon to take the lead. I am rocking with Collingwood right now, but for super coach purposes, I could use a goal here. Let's see. He scored 3 goals in 2025 this year out of 6 games. He had a really good round 1. Things have been a bit slower since then. Let's see what he can do here. Yeah, right down the middle.
There you go.
Right?
The doink doink turkey's done.
There it is. So you're getting old when the drugs you're looking forward to are prescriptions. It's like, hey, you got any drugs? What you want, like an 8-ball? No, man, like some Robitussin. My stomach's hurting, bro. Can I get some Pepto? Gala was messing with me, joking the other day. She's like, since I've turned 25, everything's turned to hell. She said, I've had acid reflux in the last 4 days. She goes, I didn't even know acid reflux was a real thing. She said, I thought you were full of shit when you would complain about it. I was like, uh-huh. I said, welcome.
No, she'll enjoy later life.
Yeah, right. It only gets better from there, right?
It only gets better.
Good win off the bounce for Essendon. Slipping up a bit. Another big boot out to the left side. Had a player there for a moment. A lot of collisions off ball. Magpies will go ahead and gather. Need to get some momentum. It's all been swinging towards the Bombers so far. They'll go ahead and take a mark up on the right side before half field. They're going to set up, try and get a good kick.
Essendon supporters have got the voice. They're booing Dacos.
Oh, wow. All over the place. Handball. Lost for a second. Great steal there. And great handball forward. Here comes a kick. Put him in a scoreable opportunity. Will they play on? They will. Yeah, absolutely. That's the right play. Got to field it. Nice. I love the play on by the Magpies. Like, has that been a thing of theirs? I feel like even in close situations, they're very quick. They don't hesitate just to get that ball moving forward again, rather than yeah.
There's a few clubs who have gone all the way with that playing style. Collingwood's one of them. Last year, a few injuries and a few other reasons, it didn't quite come off, but they're back to the form they were in 2 years ago when they won it all.
Oh,
Bobby, no
that's
good.
not very good. Not very good there, Bobby.
Again, very hard in these conditions to do that.
May says Spectators has a billboard at Brisbane Airport that says "Welcome to Darwin," and the other cities are the same. Very clever marketing. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Love a good funny billboard. Every time, talking about rivalries earlier, every time the Falcons come in, there's some local millionaire in New Orleans that buys out a sign, a billboard right next to the Superdome, and just puts up 28-3, which was the score line of the Falcons when they were in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, where they were up 28-3 and lost.
Yep.
And ref's like, well, what do you want me to do? Damn it. Tough luck there, Williams. How we sitting, Williams? We still at the same as it was earlier? All right, big boot. Very long ball, challenging. It lands in the hands of Bobby. Bobby.
Got it.
There he goes. So far, bro, if it's not a set one, he's putting it in. If it's not a set one, Magpies are putting it in. Let the instincts take over, man.
And that previous shot, he had the use of the angle was a lot more than what he had then, but he's gone the harder angle and nailed it. So what do you do?
Yeah. Is there any significance to the tattoo on his right arm with the red that goes over the nose of the two children that are on his arm?
You could probably Google it. You'd have to ask him. Sorry, I'm not aware of the significance of players' tattoos.
I'll give him a call.
Okay. I think you'll find pretty much every Collingwood player is covered in tattoos, but I'm not aware of the significance of each.
I just saw it was like all grayscale, but then on the two babies it looks like a red line and a yellow line, so I didn't know if that's like I just wasn't sure. Anyway, Sinbad Bobby Hill loves these Anzac Day clashes. There you go. Hey, come on.
Yep.
Come on, Bobby.
The chant has started already.
All right, Magpies back up by 3, 48-45.
It's going
I don't know what that accent that just came out was. That was really weird. Yeah.
Gonna pay 50?
Yeah, they're gonna pay 50. It looks like it. No?
No.
Thought they were for a second.
I thought they would have too.
How many meters long is the field from post to post, like on average? Or all of them are a little different?
I think it's about 170.
170?
Yeah. Again, from memory. I think it's a little bit shorter than Geelong, which is 180. I think so. Someone else out there can correct us.
Okay. Is Geelong's the longest?
I believe so.
Yeah. Big stadium, man. It's a big field.
But Geelong's, skinnier wing to wing compared to the MCG. MCG easily the widest ground.
Yeah, that's right. You did tell me that the other weekend. I do remember you saying that. Yeah, and that has to do with there you go. Oh, good handball. Gets a foot on it. Essendon cleans it up, kicks it out. That has to be deliberate, right? Has to be a deliberate kick out.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Didn't pay it.
Geelong has bragging rights. You wish you were as long as Geelong on Main Star. Are you jealous? Is it jealousy that we're feeling? What up, Ian? What up? Welcome to the channel, man. Said 172.9 meters long, 147.8 meters wide. Appreciate that, Ian. Much love. Thanks. Oh, good little behind the back handball there. And 44.
Oh, Ned, you dropped it.
You dropped the baby. You can't drop the baby. Mesa, that was the. Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. You had to be there. You had to be there to understand that one. Good joke. Good stuff, Main Star. Essendon is like a bad rash that won't go away. Oh, tough. Main also knows about bad rash. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That was just a cigarette. No.
Just a cigarette.
I won't go any further there.
Oh, Lord. All right. It's a good day. We're a good day. You know what? Oh, funny stuff. All right, 48-45. Magpies with the kick. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try one here. 50 meters out. Right at the line. Needs to swing left. Stay straight behind there. 49-45. 4-point lead here for the Pies. And Essendon trying to work it out the back. Go ahead, boot one down the right side. Goes in between two players' legs, still free. We do have a whistle against the Pies. So we have a free kick rewarded for Essendon. They go ahead and try to send a dart into a tough angle. It's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, not the sort of thing you attempt on a wet day.
No.
Kicking that hard.
I mean, it's just such a small room for error there. It's a very risky one. You had to go in between two players with the sideline off to his left and hit it low. Yeah, that's a tough one to make. All right, nevertheless, Pies now 44 holds on to it this time. Right-footed boot, has two guys there. Neither can get under it. Ball bouncing around, handball out to the left side, opening. He's going to bring it back into the right side. I don't know why you don't go left there. He had a guy creasing over on the outside edge. Mark will be taken outside the 50-meter circle.
On a dry day, he might make this, but not today.
Oh, so you think he'll try for one here?
I doubt it.
No. Yeah, okay.
Again, on a dry day, he'd probably go for it.
Kick it. Kick it.
Yes.
Kick it. There it is. I wanted the signal, baby. Wow. Look at
Off the
that.
bottom of his foot, but it's a goal.
Look at that. Put your hand over your mic, see if feedback gets worse. Okay, pasa. If you're getting feedback issues, it could be just internet, regular lag and stuff like that. I have been getting some issues with my mic recently, so if it does continue, let me know. But I thought I fixed it like 3 days ago because I was messing with it a bunch.
Yep, bottom of the foot.
Talents. Elliott 2. There we go, William. Elliott 2. What the hell? That wasn't a goal? No, it absolutely was. Look at that. Got a foot on it. Bottom of the cleat.
Last thing to touch it was the foot. That's the rule.
All that matters. All right, now the Pies with 2 back-to-back scores here. Essendon trying to kill that streak. Big boot and a big early boot as well. Kako all over it again. Swinging it around. Kako again is going to go ahead and boot it forward into a good area. Just no one can get a hand on it, but it does a lucky bounce, and we're going to see another one.
Oh,
we
no.
will.
The doink,
We
doink, turkey's
will.
done.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't get too excited now, Magpie fans. Don't get too excited. Is it Keiko or Kako? Because I've heard the announcers say both, and I don't even know.
Well,
anymore.
they'll probably interview him soon and try to clarify what the pronunciation is.
Yeah, I heard one announcer call him Kako, another one called him Keiko, and I'm like, it's almost as bad as whenever announcers used to try to say Giannis Antetokounmpo when he first came to the league. That was hysterical. That because at first when he came in, he was just a very skinny guy. Wasn't like no star where they expected him to be this crazy name, and then it all goes a couple years later, he puts on a bunch of weight, MVP and all this, and people are trying to pronounce his name. It was like anti Klumblo. It was like Giannis. Like it was all kind of crazy stuff.
Well, you can try Dippy Domenico.
Dippy Domenico.
That's it.
I said
they
that
called it
pretty good.
Dippo. They called him Dippo. It was easier.
Dippo. That makes sense. Wacko, Kako. Wacko, Kako. Anything below the knee is a goal. Anything below the knee. Thank you, Denver. All right, boot up the right side. Oh my goodness, it could have been taken for a mark. He took it out of his own hands, and they rewarded a play on so quick there as well. I don't know how I feel about that. Who's that?
Former Collingwood and Essendon player Des Tuddenham. Might have spent a little bit of time in jail.
Good smother. The Greek freak. Yes, sir. The Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Whenever we first started doing like play calling and stuff on YouTube, and obviously how fast I speak, especially when I get into games, I'd mess it up so much and just skip syllables and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I need to learn to speak a little bit slower at moments because I knew how to say it properly. But when I'd get on a roll, yeah, there's no telling what was coming out of my mouth.
Well, maybe you need to speak to your friend Charles.
Hey, look, I'm about to get on both Charles and Mozzie's ass. I know they're waiting for the NFL to come around. It was good seeing Charles today. I know it's always so weird because I love doing the group streams. But I was sitting there, I was like, oh man, there's so many names I haven't talked to in a while because a lot of people just come in for NFL stuff, and I was like, oh, I just want to talk and just see how they're doing. But we already have so many topics to go through.
Where's this going to go?
I know it's all over the place right now.
Oh,
I like that little fade. Yeah.
There's the basketball background.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. A little pump fake.
Yep. He did it in game one that he played, and everyone's gone, oh, that's different. Hasn't changed.
It's I still find it like the best thing with in sports of taking things from other sports and bringing it to another. Sometimes they're subtle, sometimes they're big. I mean, like right now in the NFL, and has been probably for the last like 20 years or so, as a tight end, you want a tight end that has basketball experience and good basketball experience.
Yep.
Ooh.
Where's it going? Hoskin Elliott.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
Perryman
shot.
In.
Let's go line.
Too close to the goal.
Yeah.
He in his first game he went to ground, and you've seen basketballers slide, bounce, and go back the other way. He's pulled one of them. It's like everyone's going, "What the hell was that?"
I can't remember. He's a great running back. I believe it's a running back for the NFL. And his mom had him take ballet when he was a kid. Mm-hmm. And you could see his ballet experience while he ran the ball because his balance was just unreal. You couldn't beat it. You couldn't bring him down. It didn't matter. You had to fully tackle him. You couldn't just try to trip him up.
Yeah, there's been stories over the years, not too many, whether they wanted it released or not, but yep.
There we go.
The doink turkey's done.
Thanks, Billy.
Billy, that's the third one. Big day for him. His third one? Fourth one?
Have to look it up. What's it say there? on your
that
graphics.
says
3
that's
goals.
That's Jamie Elliott. He had 3 goals. I thought it was
Yeah,
Billy,
that's
but-
nickname Billy Elliott, the Irish dancer.
Okay. All right, yeah. So 3 goals so far.
British. I don't know.
Never said Tony Plugger Lockett infamous run in with Peter
No.
Cavan in the mid 90s.
I remember that day. I know
Tell
exactly
me-
where it was that day.
Tell me about it. Now I gotta know.
If you've ever seen the mark that Gary Ablett took at the MCG, one hand and fell to the ground and nearly concussed himself, it was exactly the same day. And just quietly, I won a lot of money that day.
And just quietly as he yells
Just
into
quietly.
the mic. I love it. A lot of money. Rich. There we go. Decos. Big boot from 50 meters out. Great.
Oh, good mark.
Goodness.
In the conditions, good mark.
Oh. Can we use it on that one? That was nasty.
Yeah, okay. We'll take it. To
Yeah,
go.
put that
Goal.
straight through.
The doink, doink,
Put that
turkey's
straight
done.
through.
Okay. Hang on. I can breathe a little bit.
I could feel the tension. I could feel the tension, man. Oh, that feels good, man. 68-51. Back to how it was in the first, but still a lot of play to go.
Oh, yeah. A lot of time. Again, this is clear to the scoring end for no reason. There's no wind.
You're right. And the rain is coming down again now. You can see it now.
Yep.
It's pouring again.
And if it is, that just accentuates it even more.
Kind of random question, but like when it's raining like this and everything, when they go back into the locker rooms at halftime and stuff, are they like, do they like change socks or change jerseys or do anything like that? Just to
they
get
will
dry?
normally change everything. Yep.
Okay.
Boots even, just to if they feel they need new boots.
Say, come on, don't F it up like that, Essendon. Good tackle.
Okay.
Yeah, Pies
Lucky
players
Sullivan's
warming
getting
up.
ready. I'm guessing somebody tall will come off the ground, maybe McStay.
So why do you say that? Why do you think it'd be someone tall that comes off?
Well, again, it's just simply because it's a wet ground. He's a good wet weather player. It could be anybody, but again, I'm guessing it might be McStay at this early stage.
What else,
Close
Shane?
to the ground.
Yeah. Said Pies have got to get their fingers out. I took them by 46.
Well,
By
good luck with that,
46.
Shane.
Oh, Lord.
Didn't you read the weather forecast?
All right. And got to run to the restroom, so a little chair time. I'll be right back.
Yeah, 3-goal margin gives us a little bit of breathing space. Won't be enough necessarily yet, but it helps a lot. I'd say 2 more Collingwood goals, and that would make them safe, especially if they come early. Yeah, I was about to say, geez, that was a bit ordinary. He's looked. No, he's gone. He had time to look. Who's there? Nobody. Oh, good, Mark Cameron. Geez, for a guy who couldn't get a game at Sydney. There you go. McStay looks like he is the one who's getting subbed out. No big surprise. Okay. Ned Long have to kick it from 50. He does have a good boot on him though, so hopefully he can make the distance. Kick along, Ned. Oh, yeah. 4-goal margin. Breathe better again. No, Imanchu not done yet. One more goal, I'd say. What do you mean, Denver? What do you mean incident with Peter Caven? It wasn't an incident. He put his elbow through his head with the pointy bit. No. Josh, what are you going to do? Spend it? Where's Crisp going to go? Sideways? Who's that coming in? Oh! Yep. Insufficient intent to get the ball. Why am I a bastard? MSU? You're probably right, but I'm just wondering why.
Sorry about that, guys. Oh, all right. What I miss?
Well, Himanshu's called me a bastard for some reason. I'm deeply. No, I'm not.
Better watch out, Himanshu. He might kick you out the Discord.
I have the power.
Then look up the Tony Lockett incident with Peter Cavan. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, let me look it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
Let me look at it.
Side bottom of the penalty. That was lovely. Lipinski, handle the ball, mate. Yeah, one of your Sydney Swans darlings, Zach.
Oh, there you go.
And it's kicked that out of bounds.
Bastard.
Yeah, Plugger would have done that 10 times in his career. That was probably the worst one.
Oh. Goodness.
How many did Plugger kick in that last quarter? People, it was, what, 6 or 7 in the last quarter? He just went berserk and then got, what, 6 weeks for putting his elbow through Caven.
Yeah, God. There was nothing to even be like, oh, that was an accident or anything like that. Like, he elbowed straight through the face, man. Good.
Players used to be asked to stand in the corridor against St Kilda and then Sydney, and they were asked why. I don't want to die, because they knew it was Tony Lockett coming right at them from behind.
Yeah. Jesus.
And he was a big boy.
I can see that.
And now, these days, he's lost all his weight and he's like a marathon runner. But back then...
It's funny how that goes.
Well, he vanished off the radar for, probably 10 years. No one saw him. No one had any idea. And then he showed up one day and there he is, skinny as.
Yeah, very true, Michael. It does seem like that. This left side has been the favorite. We got a player limping around a bit, grabbing at the ankle.
No reason other than it wants to.
If Pies win, do we get to see Sinbad do a shoey? We force him to, yeah. Mm-hmm. We bully him.
The only problem is with what? Main Star bought all the beer out in Australia. We've got none here.
Oh, that's true. Nice man payback for his allegiance on the missing Roosters. I see what y'all talking about. It wasn't fun standing in the hole in front of Gary Ablett Senior either.
True. But, Gary Ablett Senior was made of concrete. He was just, we don't know why, but he just was.
We don't know why, but it's just how it goes sometimes. You know?
Yeah, well, he was your average size footballer, but he'd go through them, and it was as if it was Lockett hitting them. He was just made of concrete. You missed a good era of football, Zach. 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all sports were a little more fun back then. Might not have the skill they have now, but physicality, bro. We all miss it.
No, they had the skill. They just didn't have the endurance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I got to see some tail end of it in sports I watched like early 2000s and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely different games nowadays.
But player salaries went from what? Early 70s, the best ones got 20 grand a year. By the end of the 70s, it was, probably around 100,000.
Let's see. What part of Oz are you from, SB?
Melbourne. Nowhere else there is but Melbourne. Just
Dragons.
Just out of Flemington, if you really want to know. Flemington Racetrack's down the road.
There you go. I'm ready for the race again this year, man. I'm hoping everything works out so I can do it again.
Well, next week, I'm off to Warrnambool to watch. It's a country town on coastal Victoria, halfway to Adelaide. Watch the Warrnambool Cup and what's called the Grand Annual. It's sort of our version of the Grand National from England that was on a few weeks ago.
Okay. Oh, okay, I got you.
It's about a 3.5 mile race. And the draws a huge crowd, massive crowd. Yeah. So I'll be down there Thursday.
I kind of like I wouldn't say I'd get like big into horse racing, but I did enjoy just the whole event of going to them. Like, it's just go there, throw some money on it, get you some drinks and just kind of chill and have a good day out.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah. In years past, I would have taken me a pocket full of cash, but not anymore. Just go down and enjoy the day.
Yeah, because we used to go to some horse racing when I was younger, but I mean I was like much younger. I don't even think we still have the track. I think it got washed out whenever Katrina hit. Because I have like very vague memories of going, and the only real memory I have is my dad having a bird shit on his head 2 times in a row. Shit on his head. He cleaned it off, came back outside, shit on his head again. It was hilarious.
And did he back the next winner? Because that's what you do. You have a bet.
That's what you're supposed to do. He was too bad. I'm sure he did. I don't know what if he won anything or not, but I just know we didn't go to any more horse races after that. Not for a while.
William, live across the road from Randwick Racecourse. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Randwick's the main track in Sydney versus Flemington, the main track in Melbourne. Oh, get off the political ads, God.
Oh, is that what you got? Political ad?
No, that's the feed I've got here at the moment.
I'm watching an ad for Nugenics. I feel like Nugenics has been around for forever, and I don't know anyone that actually takes it. It's just a testosterone booster that they got a couple of like ex-NFL players to advertise it, like many years ago, decades ago even. But Steven, it's like not even a good. It's not even a good test booster, and the only reason I know that is back in my gym days. Talking with people and stuff like that, and the different test boosters that they would get on. Yeah, it's not even a good one, but it's well known.
Just reading Denver's question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about state of origin footy potentially coming back? If so, South Australia versus Victoria at Adelaide Oval should be first going back. Look, yeah. Just for some clarity, in case no one's ever passed on the story, 1977 VFL or Australian rules, call it what you want. Instead of playing simply state league versus state league, created state of origin. So players played for their state according to where they were first registered as a footballer underage. And then NRL picked it up a few years later and took it to where it is now. State of origin peaked mid-80s through into the 90s and then just faded because everybody was more concerned with their club games and the premiership rather than state of origin. And so, yeah, there hasn't been a game in, 15 years, apart from one or two little exhibition games. So they're trying to resurrect it yet again, but I can't see it going far.
I mean, the hard thing with it is just that, once you start worrying about your team, your club team and stuff like that, the other stuff becomes irrelevant because the last thing you're going to want to do is see your player get hurt in a game that essentially doesn't matter to winning a flag. And I mean, that's why Hall of Fame games in the NFL and the All-Star games in the NBA and all this stuff has just kind of died out. People want to, NBA and NFL, and I don't know the money situations with how, players are paid for the NRL, AFL and stuff like that. But, it's like you'd be damned if your player would go and get hurt during an All-Star game, a game that doesn't matter, and they're getting paid millions and now they're sitting on the bench too. It's, it sucks because I would love to be able to see like the best of the best in the NBA go head to head for a full blown game and see what it looks like. I'd love to see the best of the NFL go head to head and really just go at it. And it'd be amazing, but I understand why they don't. It's too much money on the line. And then that's not even to think about contracts in the future for these guys where, if they're on a contract year, why would you go 100% in a game like that, get hurt, and you're supposed to be either re-signing or moving to another team next year, and then all of a sudden you tear an ACL or tear a shoulder or whatever. It's
just quickly for those who've never seen it. Have a look at the 1984 game between Victoria and Western Australia. Gary Ablett Sr. had played 9 VFL games and suddenly he's in the state of origin side. And he's kicked 9 goals. He's just blown everybody out of the water. He was that good.
That's crazy.
It was absolutely
34-12. Thanks for the update. That is insane. Thoughts on the international rules coming back, SB? I haven't heard anything about that.
Look, again, it's nice exhibition, end of season stuff to keep the Irish, give them something to do. But again, much like State of Origin, it's died out.
They say NRL players get paid $30,000 per game for State of Origin. They want to play that game. Yeah, that's
it
fair.
A purpose. It has a purpose because of international games. State of Origin would be as far as the AFL players could get.
I mean, even with that too, like they're working on a thing right now to try and make it more competitive. All-Star, it might have went through. I can't remember what it is, but the winning team gets like a $10 million pot or whatever, for winning the All-Star game. Again, don't matter. It might matter to a rookie that made it to an All-Star game. Like, yes, you take that split. Yes, that extra $1 million or whatever it may be. Yes, that's amazing. But for the other guys that are already making $200 million, or signed a $2 million contract, $200 million contract. Yeah, they don't give a shit about that $1 million.
That's much like, again, the State of Origin was, often sought after by players whose teams couldn't get into finals, poor performers, but they had a couple of good players. They would enjoy it, but everyone else, no, don't want any part of it.
It's $50,000 now per game. Yeah, I mean, still the same. Garrett Senior was better than Buddy, in my opinion.
Yeah, no argument.
You think so? Who you had me react to senior or junior? I can't remember now. You had me
Senior.
react to senior, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had a bunch of people in the comments who were saying that junior was better.
One of the best couple of modern day players, which is all much like the Nick Dacos role
Different,
here.
yeah.
Totally different game. Senior was just a freak and a half. Peter Wright going for another goal. Here we go.
Hey,
how's that bet going?
Must be feeling a little nicer if this goes in. Said
Exactly.
playing for your state now is more important than playing for your country. Only sport in the world where the international game isn't the pinnacle. Origin is. That is really cool. It's really cool how they've been able to do that. I'll agree with that for sure. Junior was good, but nowhere near the old man. Fair enough, Shane. All right,
love going into or any ground really and watching senior play.
The doink, doink, turkey's done.
All right.
2 meter Peter, second goal.
Can someone find a stat on how many goals have been scored on this side of the field? Like, it's been unreal.
It's not hard. Where's the score summary? Quarter by quarter. See if I can find it, but because it should have, how many quarter by quarter scores. What were they then? What were they here? Similar to that, but that's a bit hard to read.
Oh, yeah. Looks like this doesn't exactly have it.
Even the graph does give a bit of a giveaway.
If I'm earning 200 billion, you're gonna find me in a sports car going fast. Yeah, well, that happened to a couple young players, and they're now serving time in jail. Poor Henry. I say poor Henry Ruggs, not poor Henry Ruggs, but he's one of those. Was going 127 miles per hour down the Las Vegas Strip. No reason. Killed a family.
Come on, Josh, use it. Good. Jamie too far out.
William said, bet now just needs Merritt, goal, and Bobby. You need
Merritt and Bobby. Okay. 1-1. Well, I'll give you that.
Oh. It's a good mark there. Goodness.
Oh.
Good. Look at that placement. That kick.
Cameron just stood there. Goldstein's worried about the goal line. Left his opponent all alone.
Merritt's goal worries you? I've always been a massive fan of Steven Silvagni.
Silvani, yep.
Silvani.
Yeah, don't get me started on full back of the century, please. Got thrashed by Nick Dacos every time they played, but let's give him full back of the century. Seriously. Peter Dacos, sorry.
There it is. Another one.
Doink, doink, turkey's done.
Doink, doink. There we go. Back to 4. What's that?
Good old double doink.
16 minutes to go.
Yep. About 16 minutes to go. What's it? 24-point lead now.
4 goals in the rain. I'm getting more comfortable.
You're relaxed. You're relaxed. No, like, I'm just glad that you don't have to turn back and throw that Essendon thing like across the room if they were to win.
Well, exactly. I better give it back. I better put it back in the cupboard.
We haven't had a crash out on the channel for a while. It'd been nice to see. I thought we were going to get one from Jimmy. I messaged Jimmy after the Dragons lost. He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, trust me." He's like, "I wanted to, but I didn't know like what the the rules were. I didn't want to with cursing and stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, dude," I was like, "You're good."
He hasn't watched you enough,
5 minutes, you're good, huh?
He hasn't watched you enough.
Yeah, I guess not, huh? The last Saints game that we covered. Oh my goodness,
that's ball.
I was pissed. Yeah.
Josh to Nick. No.
Shane said, just another couple, please, Pot. It's just another couple.
Yeah, just another couple.
Just 40, just need to be up by 46. That's it.
Yeah, that'll do. Boost the percentage even more.
Oh, no push in the back there? Yeah, absolutely a push in the back. I mean, he didn't full extend, but he definitely was pushing him all the way through there. He goes, that was soft. Yeah, Hand on the back, not much of a shove, but the full extension, ref's there. All right, MS. Can Carlton beat Geelong, SB?
No. Simple. No. Shane, save your money. Move left. Shit. Okay.
The 9:30's done.
As long as I'm
Going away.
within 12 points, I get a half point for the margin. Okay. 13 goals have scored at the one end. Oh, that's what it is. Thank you. Denver, my guy. 13 goals at one end. Crazy. Almost feels like more than that, man. What's that? So 78 of the point. It's not as split as what it seemed. It feels like it's so much more, but I guess not.
Well, how many have been kicked? What's that?
That's a good question.
No, it's not a huge margin.
It's not a
It's
huge
there,
margin,
but
no.
back in the old days, those little suburban grounds and the wind would blow from one end to the other.
Mm-hmm.
You'd see 25 of the 26 goals at one end.
That's crazy.
But these, little suburban grounds, each club had one, and the capacity was like 25, 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
And that was standing, no seats. That was just standing.
Just standing, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a fun a time, man.
Oh, yeah. And you'd go there and you watch two games, not one. You'd watch the seconds, then the first. So you're there for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd put down a number of cans. And, have a good day.
Yeah, that was the thing that was going on with what Cheese was talking about earlier at the at draft. They do have one section where it's seating the very front, but even that only sits like maybe a couple hundred, if that. And then everybody else that's attending, you're outstanding in the crowd the whole time, and you get in there early or whatever. I mean, I think the draft only lasted about 4 hours, but I don't know how long you're standing there, beforehand and everything like that. And he was like, "Yeah, my feet are killing me." You just stuff like sardines. But I think they also opened up the stadium, he said, so you can actually go into Green Bay Stadium and sit in the seats, and they put the show on the prompter. So that's pretty cool for those that don't want to sit or whatnot. And when you go for the whole weekend. So he's going to be there tomorrow and Saturday.
Beautiful.
Oh, goodness. All right, a little behind there. It's just who gets to score for that one? I don't think
it's gone across Essendon's goal line, so it's a score to Essendon.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying who gets rewarded with it in the stat sheet because.
Okay, it's called Rush.
I see that now. It's called Rush. Okay, I was like, not a single Essendon player's touched it the whole time.
The Essendon player had to be within that goal area to allow the Collingwood player to have it, to do that. Otherwise, the free kick against him. You can't just do it at any time. Used to be able to, then they changed the rule.
Shane said I already lost the money with the first game, so I put $2 on my tips every week with NRL and AFL. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just something fun to watch, Might buy you a lunch.
So not talking sheep stations like Main Star.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That's like the third time that he's done that today, and then tried to act like nothing happened.
Why do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I would say it's like the third time that's happened so far, where he's either pushed him obviously or done something obviously, and then he looks back like, "What? No, never."
They got it back though.
Yeah,
now to go.
Now opportunity for a goal.
40 out. It's not around the corner goal, mate. Don't try around the corner. Not from there. It's too far out for around the corner. Wish they wouldn't do this far out.
Jagged it a few times, but this year haven't been close. That's tough, man. Darius, I heard the Adelaide Crows have pitched Collingwood matchup on the main event on Sunday night of Gather Round. I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Just trying to pinch your ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't do that round the corner kick from that far out. It's just too hard. Within 30 metres, absolutely.
Yeah, not 45.
Not 40, not 45, nope. Maynard into nobody. Yeah, 14 out of 22 goals at one end. Oh no. Would have been Bobby's second if he somehow turned that around.
Again? Oh,
Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby. Oh, that was almost it. That was almost what you needed, William. It's almost what you needed, man.
Yeah, it's over 3 goals now. 3 goals, 1 in front. Handy behind, as they say.
Hey. That's crazy. If that's what they say, that's crazy.
Just quickly, though, obviously, I remember you saying that on Monday's game, it's good to get it behind. Not always, because obviously at the end of the day, you're giving then possession back to the opposition. So it is a penalty in some way. If the opposition's good enough to take it all the way to the other end.
Yeah. A couple good handballs here for Essendon, trying to push it forward. They'll get a good mark here. Good distance.
Thankfully, this guy's been quiet so far.
Need to find Hewitt. Simple mark taken. Bet 365 doesn't work here too. I'm in the bad luck. You in the bad luck? I don't know if Bet 365 works out here either. I can't remember if it was Bet 365 or Bet US. One of them hit us up a long time ago, but it's too much scammy things that happened with whichever company it was, whether it was 365 or US. So we didn't bother with it. Oh,
I thought you bet with Skylar bet.
Bit of sloppy play. Say it again.
So I thought you bet with Skylar bet.
With Skylar bet?
Yeah. You got to get permission before you have a bet.
Come on, Merritt. Pull it in, Merritt. Oh, God. It doesn't even go for a goal. I was hoping he would just try.
If it was late in the game and the result was over, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's starting to open up now. Players are getting tired.
Yeah. Starting to see these more opening set. I mean, he gets that easy mark there. Still big distance.
He's a good kick, though, this guy. And again, he loves breaking Essendon supporters' hearts. Go on, Billy.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There
we go.
He's done.
All right.
Thank you.
Just one.
Turkey.
Just one, William. Just one more. Come on. $1 bills, y'all. We want
William wanted Bobby Hill, not Jamie Elliott.
Oh, that was the wrong one? Oh, no.
Yep. That's all right.
No. My bad. Never mind.
Anytime
I'll
yet.
take it back. I'll take it back.
Anytime yet.
I thought it was Bobby. I got it mixed up.
Well, unless I'm wrong.
That's four goals now for Jamie Elliott.
It was Bobby and Merritt.
Look at that. 92,044 in attendance. Rainy day at the MCG. Doesn't matter. All the ponchos are out. They don't care, man. Have a beer
They don't care.
and have a good time.
Again, they're there to honour servicemen who suffered a lot of shit in their time overseas. They can
Very
put up
true.
with a bit of rain.
They'll be completely all right. I have Elliott for 5 goals as well, though. Okay, well then one more for Elliott.
Okay.
Come on. You know?
Yeah, I checked. It was Bobby and Merritt, so he's still got 2 more.
Okay.
Steele over the Dakes. And my vision has just died.
Your vision just died? You
My-
need to go
my-
spec
My
savers.
stream has just died.
Oh, love that.
Oh, I love that. You can talk me through it.
Yeah, I got you, man. I mean, they're just battling right now in the trenches. So no one's got a hold of it. Finally, we get a whistle blown. Pies underneath it. There'll be likely just a toss up here. Yeah, there you go. Toss up early. Yeah, big holding call. Holding by Magpies. Essendon to go ahead and take it with the free kick. Under 10 minutes, 9.5 to go. This game, people slipping, sliding again. That rain has picked up as we've been seeing the ball kind of dribble all over the place. Pies gather at handball across midfield. Now pushing on up down that right side. Slow pass gets broken up, stripped out. And loses again, goes out of bounds off the Pies. The other game, Fremantle versus Adelaide, looked like a good game. No Darcy Fergati, but we got Ratbag Josh back for Adelaide. Ratbag Josh, that's a name right there. Ratbag. Toss it in. Pie's gonna take a big right-footed boot down the line. Essendon will go ahead and take the mark. All right, we're hoping for a couple goals. We need one for Hewitt. If anyone gets pressed, and let it be Hewitt, and let's have some fun these last 5 minutes or so. Another good mark taken up the right. Pass midfield. Play on. Big boot. Gets away from him a bit. And it's going to get punched out of bounds. Dragons consolidation try. 36-18. 6 minutes left. Well, you know what? Jimmy is definitely happy that we aren't here because Jimmy would have been distraught, and I would understand. So I'll let Jimmy know that we saved him from blowing up on the stream. We'll save him from that.
We can always point and laugh.
Look it. We always could. It's a big throwing. Goodness gracious, he chucked that thing. Ref said, "I'm trying to get signed." I don't know to what, but to something. Oh, wow. Essendon just kind of dives at it, hits it out of bounds, but I mean, it's well done not to allow the progression there for the Pies, allow Essendon to get back on defense. Essendon gather it, tackled. Is it a big match after this one? Is it a good match after this one? I will definitely be going to bed. I'll be back live tomorrow for the NFL draft. I believe it start. I think I'm gonna start like probably 6:45. Probably won't start too early. I think the draft officially starts at 7, so somewhere between 6:30 and 6:45. I'll be live for rounds 2 and 3, which should actually be a lot of fun. I'm not sure who will have as guests. I know Dove. Shout out Dove, and shout out to his wife who'll be celebrating their anniversary this weekend. Hope they have a great staycation. Carlos, who'll be working all day. Possibly we'll have Lawrence, possibly Cowboy. Maybe Jeremy will be able to come hop in and join us.
Just on that, is the draft day always the same day every year?
It's always a Thursday, so it always goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So Dolph got married on draft day.
Well, it's not the same date. But yeah, barely. He got married at some point around there. Yeah, I know.
Well,
I might
hasn't planned that well at all.
I might have to talk to him about that one. Yeah. Last year, for those that remember, Dolph was tuned in from New York, where he was in New York City. sitting out. He had a hotel room right on in Times Square. He was looking down at Times Square as he was doing the draft picks. You could hear the crowd erupt whenever the Giants made their pick, which was pretty cool.
All right, I'll get vision back again.
There you go. All right, last 6.5 minutes. Couple of behinds for Essendon. 65-89. They'll play on inside 15. Big boot here. Has a man. Could have been grabbed, but another squeaky one goes through. This time he can't gather it. Not enough time to get the kickoff. Spins off. Does put one at it. It's going to hit the post. Oh, just couldn't get his fingers on the ball. Why the NFL draft looks like the Oscars at times. I mean, it's just it's just a big event, man. I'm not really. I saw some people commenting about that. It might have been you that said that. Personally, I'm not mad at it. I mean, this is a big moment for these kids. I mean, these are kids that have, or young men that have, worked their ass off since they were 3-4 years old. All the as Coach Rock put it earlier on the stream, it's not just going out there playing the game. It's the working out at the gym, working out with trainers, going to different camps, getting their names out there, traveling around the country, going to college, doing all this for one moment to fill their dreams of getting into the NFL. And not only that, they're making money that doesn't just change their lives, but their families' lives, the generations to come in the future as well. It's a big day.
Turkey's done.
There it is. Another one. There it is.
The doink, doink, turkey's done.
Oscar Elliott. If you're an Elliott, you're getting the goal today. That's for sure.
That's it. One of our many old players who could well be in his last season.
Manchester said 3 to 4. Which talking about it, Manchester? We've seen a lot of posters this year. Yeah, there's been quite a few of those on the way back. Inlong is stuck at 73 on Supercoach from last quarter. Laugh out loud. That's tough.
He's showing 80 here, Himanshu, if you want. I've got an update.
Oh, 80 now? Oh, there you go. Get on a couple more.
Five goals, 5 minutes. Ned Long again. Get rid of the yellow out Billy.
Yeah, we about to have another one here, man. We're about to have another one here. Elliott, there you go for his 5th. All right. We can't win them all, but we can win one. We can win one, William. He said, Elliott, please. Please, Elliott. For me? Can you do it for me? He said, yes. Uh-oh. He's got that front coverage. Big bucks, no whammies. Elliott goes ahead, puts it through. Doink, doink. Turkey's done. But also cash money to take for William. All right. Congrats on the win, William. Let's go. I'm going to need y'all to bring all this good luck next year. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need y'all to bring all this good luck next year. Or even possibly a little bit later this month whenever we start getting deeper into the NBA playoffs. I'm going to need that. I need a hit. It'd be great to have a win in May or June.
You're going to start betting again.
Yeah, I'm ready to start. I'm starting to think that I'm not doing our 5-leg parlay with y'all, or I might do a 5-leg parlay, but I might only put $1 on that thing.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have to
or a
deal with
1-leg
it.
parlay.
I'm gonna do my bets, the ones I believe, because I would have hit 3 this year if I would have done the bets that I wanted to do when we were going through it. I would have won 3. I mean, it's still like 3 out of however many games. So I'm probably 30. But you know what? When you bet in $5, the 3 out of 30, you still be in the positive, right? Because it'd have been a couple $100 win on those 3. We still would have been in the positive, baby. But we've tracked down close to the negatives. Thank God I hit that big win last year for the $600. Thank God that happened, because if not, I'd be in trouble right now. Said $10 to 340. Let's go, William. Big bucks, no whammies.
That's not bad. Good odds for that bet.
Oh, hell yeah. Roosters yet again, 46 to 18. There we go. Thank you for the update, Smitty. And Anzac Day medalists. Oh, yeah, he gotta be, right? So do they elect a player like during each round during Anzac weekend?
Well, I don't know about
award.
Yeah, so look, again, considering there was one last night, I'm expecting probably every game. There'll be a player nominated MVP. It's not for every game, every round. It's obviously just special games. And so, there'll be a particular player nominated who wasn't necessarily best, but exemplified the Anzac spirit.
I kind of like that. Wow, that's a mark.
Brody.
Also have a fiver on him for 6. You know what? Fuck you, William. Run it up. Get a 6. You know what? If $10 was 340, what is 6? What is 6 for $5? Gotta be another 300 at least, huh?
Oh, at least. Again, I'm amazed the odds were that much for Billy Elliott on a day against Essendon.
There it is.
The doink doink turkey's done.
Getting close. You know what? It is getting close to that 46 points now. You're right. Oh shit. It's at 41. One more. You know what? Let's go ahead and get Elliott to get his sixth goal or 5th goal, whatever it may be. And then also make it a 40, what would that be? 48 point win, 47 point win.
Yep.
Oh man. Imagine.
Well, I can finally say, the game's now going as I expected. Took a while to get there.
They're here now. Hey, well, look, you know what they say about betting, right? Like, it's the reason that casinos in these betting apps stay open. You can't win if you don't play.
Well, exactly.
There we go. Elliott's over there. Lost it. So 500, it's 101 to 1 for 6. So $505 payout. Oh my God. Can you imagine? The dude just flips $15 into 800. Oh man. Oh, that's a bad attempt at a mark there. Oh no. Hewitt, maybe? Can we see a Hewitt, maybe? Or not Hewitt, Merritt. Yeah, Merritt. Never mind. Why I keep saying Hewitt? I meant Merritt. Thinking of the damn super coach. He was there for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't see Merritt getting one now.
No, I think that was the opportunity. If there ever was one, it was that right there.
Again, as I said, late in the game, on his own, but he was never on his own. So,
no. If Noah Bolta was in NFL, how games he will suspend for the incident that he got charged for? What did Noah Bolta do?
He bashed a guy in a street, and there's video of it.
Oh, 3 games. That happened recently.
Yeah, plus
Alvin Kamara, the jersey I'm wearing.
Plus, he's got a curfew.
Oh, really?
So he can't go interstate. He can't play night games.
Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy.
So he's day games at the MCG are about all he's going to do.
Yeah, the one for AK was like a little weird because he didn't get charged, and the reason why he didn't get charged legally, he still got. I think he had to miss 3 games, but he was in Las Vegas. I think it was during maybe a Pro Bowl or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he was coming up an elevator when they opened the door. Some guy goes and starts chatting shit with him. Called his girlfriend or wife or whatever she is, cussed her out, and then spit at him. And they bashed him in. And it was a mess. But because spitting at someone is considered assault, so he didn't get charged because it was self-defense to an extent, but it was the excessiveness afterwards that I think they got it just a regular charge from, like he didn't get convicted or whatever.
Yep.
Now just swing it out all the way to the other side. No, he put some cream on the cake. That's a weird saying.
Why?
Cream, little cream on the cake. That just sounds. I don't know. It just sounds wild. I don't know. I blame you guys in chat that has diluted my mind so much to brain rot. There we go. Wrap it up. Call it a day.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barrackers are shouting as all barrackers should. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Had to do that.
I love it. No, I love it. I love it. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
That's right. You can do it. You can do it too one day for your mighty Swans if you can learn the friggin' words.
Yeah. If they can get a win too, whenever we live stream for them, because it's been two O's in a row, man. Hey, look, big up Collingwood, man. Game over. 107-66. We couldn't get that extra one. They had a couple more opportunities, man. I was rooting, I was pulling, but we did get one winner in William, and then obviously Collingwood getting the big win on Anzac Day.
Beautiful.
Are they gonna do an award ceremony on the screen?
There will be, yeah.
They'll be they will? Okay. Well, then let me pull it back up.
MVP ceremony for whoever it will be.
I bet you they won't show it on FS2, but I'll check. Let's see if they will. This means that volume up. Spare us. Wait, that says spare us, please.
FYI, Zach, your Swans play Saturday night, 10:15.
Saturday, 10:15. I'll be
Saturday
going,
night,
man.
10:15 your time.
I'm out of here, man. We're going out to the camp this weekend.
I understand. You know.
Oh yeah. It's boat blessing this weekend, so it's basically an excuse to go out to the camp out in the bayou and go enjoy some drinks and go out on the boat. Oh yeah, they already moved on. I'm watching Lucas Oil drag racing right now, which is actually quite fun to watch too. So I actually will watch that as we're just sitting here talking for a couple more minutes. I want to know at least who won the award. Who do we think it is? I mean, it has to be Elliot, right? Look,
you'd expect so, but funny things have happened. We shall see.
Fair enough.
What do we got here? Okay, I'm more confident now. You don't need to play with your super coach. I'm pretty confident we should be good now.
Should be good now. All right, I'm trusting you.
I'll give you a call.
That's tomorrow. The game's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If anything happens, just mess me on Discord. I'll be around. I'll be on tomorrow, on live stream and stuff like that. So, what time is that game? What time is that game tomorrow?
That particular game. So again, the Swans or the St Kilda?
Let's see. Oh wait. Hold on. No, not that game. I'm talking about the game.
I was just looking at that.
St Kilda. Yeah. That's 10:20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
I may watch a little bit of it on I might watch a little bit of it on Discord. I really want to do an NRL game tomorrow because it's actually supposed to be NRL's week. We did do a double header or double fister last week, so I think we're okay. But dude, the games tomorrow, the first one doesn't start until 2:30 a.m. on Saturday. And I'm joining in on another content creator, first time joining in on there. So hey, look guys, if y'all are in the Discord, I am going to go ahead and drop y'all a link when I go over to they're called Big Blue in the Bronx. They're a New York Giants podcast. I have to make sure I message Boro because there'd probably be a group of guys he'd like to watch, being a Giants fan. But I will drop a link whenever I go live with them. I'm planning on going live at it'd be 1:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So that's approximately, what's that, 10 hours from now?
Yep.
10.5 hours from now, something like that. So I'm joining with them. Be first time joining. We met them at the Senior Bowl. They invited to have me on for a 30-minute segment, just to talk about the draft a bit on the Saturday. So I definitely will let y'all know about it. And come show up and come say hey and stuff like that, man. That way we can get invited back again. Really cool dudes. We talked to them for a good 30, 45 minutes. They were sitting next to us, like I talked about earlier with the Senior Bowl, the way it works when you're going to the games with media passes. You go up and you can get there early. You can get seats in front of the window and watch. Or you can go and sit in the back where we sat, where there's TVs all over the place. There's places to plug in your laptops, connected to the internet, all that stuff. You to write up and do whatever you want to do from there. But so anyway, we were talking to him and another group of people, and I can't remember because I haven't talked to him since. But yeah, so it should be fun.
Steel side bottom, by the way.
Steel side bottom with the metal. Okay.
Yep. Do you remember that name?
Good old side ass. Side ass.
Yeah, in fact, you can Google him, and I think there's naked photos of him somewhere on the internet. He went a bit crazy during COVID.
I think I'll pass, Sabeb. I think I'll pass. I appreciate the thought though. But yeah, anyway, guys, we'll go ahead and roll on out of here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for day 2 of the NFL draft over on our channel, over on all the channels for Coming Sports Network. We're expecting of another fun day of the draft. Hopefully I'll be able to get some guests. And if anybody wants to come and join in, more than likely I will be opening up the lines for day 2. So that means you can jump in. You don't have to have a camera. We just ask that if you hop in to make sure there's no crazy background noise or anything, and at least like some Apple headphones or something. That way you can have a mic. But we'll do that tomorrow. It should be some fun. I thank everybody for tuning in and joining us today. It's been a fun day of streaming. I mean, we've been going now for 8 hours, something like that. So it's been great. What up, Charlie? Said far out loss. We lost by so much. Bloody side bottom. Bloody side ass. Yes, go ahead, Tibet.
Just want to say, look, thank you very much indeed. As I said to you, these 2 games I thought would give you a better insight into AFL. A better insight. Certainly the first game, the Monday game, Geelong Hawthorn, proved to be as good as I expected. And likewise, this result is as I expected. But again, I hope you've got something from it. And we might do a few more later in the year.
Oh, we absolutely will. And who knows? Maybe we'll see y'all we'll see Abby here over in the playoffs or the finals, whatever y'all call it over there.
The finals.
So finals, yeah.
We'll let you do 1 or 2 NRL and then we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate you as always, Sinbad. Much love to everybody in the chat, and we'll catch you all the next one. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And we're out of here. Cheers.